Watch, Review, Repeat is back with more Brews, news, and previews. We're recapping all of the major headlines from the past couple of months, including updates on Man of Tomorrow and the Batman Part 2, upcoming The Lord of the Rings film and television projects, and more. Plus, we're talking about a bunch of previews for projects like Apple TV's Cape Fear, A24's The Death of Robin Hood, Season 2 of X-Men 97, and Christopher Nolan's The Odyssey. A new installment of Brews, News, and Previews begins now. Welcome to Watch, Review, Repeat. This is the podcast where two best friends discuss the latest in film and television and then do it all over again the following episode. My name is Colton Brown, and joining me is Andrew Meadows.
Hey, man. How you doing?
Hello. I am excited for another edition of Brews, News, and Previews, and that's what we're here to do. We haven't done a proper one of these in a couple months' time. We replaced it with our CinemaCon coverage last month, and cool. And that was very cool. Wouldn't mind doing that every month instead. But it is nice to go back to this familiar format. We have lots of news. We have lots of previews. It's not everything out there, but we're gonna do a pretty good chunk of things that we haven't quite talked about because that's just how we do things now. Is we keep the episodes contained to whatever the focus is, and then we reserve these episodes to just talk about every goddamn thing possible, and there will be a lot that we're talking about, as I've said. So I'm excited to get into a lot of these things, lots of interesting pieces of news, lots of interesting previews to talk about, mostly centered on stuff that is either came out already in June, because we're recording this mid-June, just for clarity, and stuff that's coming out beginning of July through mid-July, and a couple other things that, worth talking about, want to talk about. So it'll be a good one, I think. It'll be a good one. Loaded with content on this particular episode. But, since this is a Brews, News, and Previews, I have to ask, you got a brew today? You got some wine? You got anything? Water? What are you doing over there?
I had an open bottle from last night of it was a Cooper's Hawk wine. I think it's called Le Petites.
Oh, Le Petites. Okay, all right.
Le Petites. I'm not quite sure how to pronounce it. It looks French, but Le Petites.
It's probably not that, but
that's what I said at the restaurant.
I'm going to go with it.
Hey, can I get that bottle right over there? That La Petites.
I don't think it's that either. That anyone,
Le Petit,
bat an eye.
Yeah, they all bat an eye when I get in there. It's pretty. It's always a good time. But anyways, I only had a little bit left. So while I enjoyed our trailers, I enjoyed Le Petits, whatever it is.
Le Petits.
And I've cracked it. And then for the rest of the episode, we will be enjoying a $5.29 Yellowtail Pinot Noir.
It sounds like a bit of a downgrade, but I guess if you're drunk enough, it's all the same anyway, right?
It's all right. Yeah, you can't drink the expensive stuff all the time.
Yeah. I myself, sticking with the brew, got a Human Robot Thermal Soaker India Pale Ale, brewed and canned in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania.
Wow, the old thermal.
Right down the street.
Thermal soakers. Very nice.
It's pretty good. Well, I'm sure it's been quite hot down there. It's been quite hot up here as well. So, it seems like
terrible.
I don't think it's officially summer yet, but it sure feels like it.
It is awful in Florida.
Better hope your air conditioning works.
Yes.
All right. Well, we have the usual on deck. We do have a few entries for the in memoriam. We've got lots of news, lots of previews, and we'll catch up. Actually, we're going to do a listener's corner in this episode as well. I'm just earmarking that now. But before we do all of those things, I want to see if there's a mythological trivia question that I can successfully answer.
In fact, there is. I got a good one here.
Okay. You seem confident in my abilities, but we'll see.
So this one pertains to a news, brews, and previews episode. This episode, like the you know, the structure, like I guess, the content.
Drinking?
The content of it.
News?
See if you
sharing
can
the news. All
see
right,
if you can connect it. The Greek tragedy of King Oedipus centers on an unavoidable prophecy he receives from what source? A. Mount Olympus. B. The Oracle of Delphi. C. Athena. Or D. The Sirens.
Well, I'm trying to figure out how it's tied in.
The connective tissue here?
Yeah.
Sometimes I stretch a little bit. I would say that
we are talking about a trailer for a particular movie, but news. You're thinking news particularly?
Yeah,
something in our news section on this particular episode?
Previews in general are almost a prophecy of things to come, right? Wouldn't you say?
Yes, I say. Yes, I suppose that's true. Well, my inclination is the Oracle of Delphi. That's what I'm going to go with. We'll see if I'm right.
You were right. Congratulations.
All right. Very good.
What gave it away? The fact that one of those things is an oracle?
Yeah. I mean,
that's a good one.
I don't even remember what the other Athena and I already forgot what the other answers were, to be honest. So
Mount Olympus. Yeah. Mount Olympus was the other, like, you know how sometimes it's like a 50-50 deal? Mount Olympus is the other.
Oh, okay. It limited. Yeah, that didn't seem specific enough, you know. Right. It could be a god or something, which I guess Athena was one of the responses, but I don't know if that's really her style. I don't know.
Yeah, well, there you go. There you know. There you go. There you know.
There you go. There you know. As we always say here on Watch Review Repeat, there you go. There you know. All right. Well, we're starting off with a success, unfortunately. It's time to bring the mood down. With an in memoriam section, we haven't done one of these in a couple months, and I think the actual, I think it was two Brews news and previews ago, so I think March technically. I mean, it was like the most ridiculous list of names on there, and it was like, wow, we must not have recorded in like a year's time. Thankfully, I only have 3 names to share. 3 people that we have lost over the past couple of months. I'm sure there are others that could have been included, but these were the 3 people that made it onto my list that I felt were worth shouting out, talking about, even if it is just for, a couple minutes. So Tom Kane is the first man that I'd like to talk about in our in memoriam section on this episode. Tom Kane was a voice actor most prominently known for his work on Star Wars: The Clone Wars, the animated television show. He was the voice of Yoda, and as I recall, he's also the war, that voice, the beginning of the episode narrator. Okay. I'm pretty sure that was also his role. Yes, he was the narrator. So today on to the Star Wars: The Clone War, like that was Tom Kane. He was a prominent voice actor, but again, most notably for Star Wars, he also voiced Admiral Akbar and I think the animated show, but I think also in the live action space as well. I think starting with The Last Jedi, which wow, Akbar was not long for the world, unfortunately. He was Professor Utonium and the Powerpuff Girls, classic Cartoon Network television show. And I mean, if you look at his resume on even just Wikipedia, or I'm sure IMDb is the same, very long, impressive list. A lot of Star Wars credits. Did some Marvel, voices for Marvel across the years. Ultron and Magneto, I think, at one point. Not in the '90s show, but in other things. Lots and lots of video games. Star Wars obviously included. Powerpuff Girls obviously included, but like a lot. Arkham games, Lord of the Rings games, Lego games, just like a ton. And a very prolific voice actor until. This is something we talked about, I think, in 2020. He suffered a stroke that left him with a significant weakness, like physically, and also damaged his ability to speak. And he basically had to retire from voice acting, obviously, at that age, because he just was left in a position where he could no longer, do the thing that he was known for and what his career was, which was a really, really sad, awful situation. But he unfortunately passed away in May 18th, it was reported, 64 years old. Complications from that stroke is ultimately what took Mr. Kane. But yeah, no, I mean the Clone Wars stuff alone is just, man, like an iconic voice that just registers, and that and Yoda, very different from each other. So obviously quite a range, as many voice actors have, but certainly worth noting, I would say. So yeah, it's a sad loss.
Sure. A big one. Yeah.
Yeah. So rest in peace to Tom Kane. Also, in terms of Star Wars, Marcia Lucas, who was the Oscar-winning editor behind Star Wars, the original Star Wars, A New Hope, passed away at age 80. She, at the time, was married to someone you may recognize, George Lucas, hence her last name.
Oh, man.
And, she was... I think she's gotten a lot more recognition these days, but I think I don't want to discredit the fact that she won a fucking Oscar for Best Film Editing for Star Wars. She was also previously nominated for American Graffiti, also a Lucasfilm, and a BAFTA for Taxi Driver, the Scorsese movie.
Wow.
She crushed it in 70s into 80s. She also was one of, I think, 3 editors on Return of the Jedi. And after that, I think she pretty much retired, hung it up. I think I imagine, moved more towards raising children and living her life outside of editing film. But yeah, certainly some incredible stuff there. But I think, Lucas, well, let me be clear. George Lucas obviously gets a lot of credit for Star Wars, as he well should. Of course, he is the guy, and then obviously he gets a lot of flack for the prequels and for the other things that, maybe didn't work so well with those movies. As he also should. She doesn't get any blame for that. She's absolved. She didn't have any involvement. But no, I mean, if you think about it, like, yes, it won an Oscar, but Star Wars is a movie that was kind of almost made in the editing room, like made into the classic, incredible film that it is through the strength of its editing, because it is just a really perfectly paced film. And that's a testament to the work that Marcia Lucas, put in on Star Wars. I say that as someone that, watches it basically every year. I talked about it, I think, literally last episode, and had watched it after watching The Mandalorian and Grogu. And it is just a tight movie. And in an era where, things maybe weren't as tight, like editing has definitely, I think styles of editing have definitely evolved throughout the years, definitely. But I think for something in the late 70s to be that tight, especially dealing with something that was quite complex in terms of, visual effects, story, like all of it was just kind of, a perfect storm for it to come together that way. But it was a perfect storm put together by essentially Marcia Lucas, who obviously was working with what George, directed, shot. But there's definitely a version of, like, if you watch like the deleted scenes from the original Star Wars, there's a version of that movie that can be really clunky, that could be not the impressively tight movie that obviously it became and, spawned a multi-billion-dollar franchise. So yeah, no, it's I think a big loss for here as well. I mean, very sad, someone who really made a huge impact on both of our lives, and
for sure, and
may not have even realized it. I don't even think I knew that Star Wars won. Like, I didn't realize that Star Wars was even nominated for best film editing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I had no idea.
And it might have been. Let's see. What was it? What else was it nominated for? It received 6 Academy Awards, which is awesome. Like, it feels kind of crazy. Like, I feel like now it would be unheard of for a Star Wars movie to get anything besides visual effects, nominations, maybe some technical stuff. Like your Dunes are kind of your modern day Star Wars equivalents that like can get some of those things and maybe some crossover, like a Best Picture nomination, but no one's expecting it to win. I don't know. Yeah, it just feels like Star Wars has kind of lost that sort of status as, premier, epic, sci-fi, space opera, etc. But I don't know. Anyway, I don't know if I wasn't alive, to be fair. You were not either. So how could we know unless we looked it up on the internet? But yeah, that's crazy. I really, truly didn't realize that it was nominated for it's nominated for Best Picture, Director, Supporting Actor, Original Screenplay, lost all 4 of those, but it won Best Art Direction, Costume Design, Film Editing, obviously, as we mentioned, Original Score, Sound, Visual Effects, Special Achievement Academy Award.
I fucking swept, dude.
Scientific and Engineering Award from the Academy Awards. So, yeah. I guess they liked Star Wars back in the day.
I wonder who won Best Original Screenplay that year.
Well, there's probably a way to find out. Let's find out. Let's see what beat out Star Wars. Star Wars lost to Annie Hall, the Woody Allen film. Well, I can't say I've seen that, to be quite honest. So, I guess I can't really offer a strong opinion on that. But
all right,
what did it lose Best Picture to? We could check that. We're early in. We're going on a big rabbit hole, but that's okay. Well, wouldn't you know? Also lost to Annie Hall.
Fucking Annie Hall.
Probably could have predicted that. Which one has stood the better test of time? I don't know. When you say Woody Allen's name, do people shudder a little bit? Yeah, they kind of do. A little bit. So, anyway, all right, we can leave it there. We don't want to. I don't want to take focus away.
It does have
Marcia
Christopher
Lucas.
Walken in it, though. Yeah, that's right.
Cool. But anyway, rest in peace to Marcia Lucas. Just someone that, like I said, contributed a lot to our lives, and we've maybe not given her the recognition that she deserved. Finally, on the In Memoriam section, Anthony Head passed away at age 72.
Oh shit! I know that guy.
You will know him from Ted Lasso. I can guarantee.
He was a dick.
Yeah, he's. I think he's the ex-owner or something like that. I still haven't made my way to Ted Lasso yet. But what I can tell you is that he was a fixture on Buffy the Vampire Slayer as the Watcher Rupert, as Giles. I guess he was really known by Giles. Rupert Giles, to be clear. 72, passed away from complications from pneumonia, which is just...
what? Come on.
Brutal, 72 is not... It's not enough. You know what I mean? It's not enough life. So very, very much out of nowhere. And sad. I mean, iconic in Buffy. Maybe iconic as a douchebag or an asshole in Ted Lasso.
He crushed
but perhaps
so good.
Iconic nonetheless. You know what I mean? So those were kind of his two bigger roles that he was known for. But has kind of worked his whole life from the 70s on. And quite a few things. I think, has done stage work, as well. But yeah, anyway, just sad loss. So
no good, man. No good.
It
seems so. This is my ignorance showing. It just seems like in the 21st century, it's bizarre to me that people are dropped to pneumonia. It just seems like something that should be like we can't beat pneumonia. It's I don't know. It's weird.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Like I said, I'm pretty ignorant.
Usually, you can do something before it gets to the point of being that bad.
Right.
But yeah, I don't know. I guess probably there might be other.
And don't get me wrong. He's 72. I mean, so you're a little bit older. But there was a race car driver that recently died of pneumonia.
That's right. Which it did seem like he was.
It's like, come on, man. At what point you're not going to go to the fucking doctor and take care of your pneumonia?
I think there was definitely with that particular situation a good amount of, hey, you should go see a doctor. Like, I'm not feeling well. Well, I'm just going to keep trucking along. And it's like, no, it's okay if you're not feeling well. Like, take a beat. Like take care of yourself. And it sucks because you're leaving kids behind. You're leaving a wife behind. Yeah. It's just fucking sad. And perhaps avoidable. I don't know if that's necessarily the case here, but
no, 72 is a lot different than
40 something
like that. Yeah. Anyways, I'm digress. This is not a medical deal.
No, we do know someone that could speak to that a little bit more authoritatively, but he's not with us right now. All right, shall we move into some news?
Yes, let's do it.
All right, a little more upbeat here, I think. Sony, what are they doing? They're making a Metal Gear Solid movie adaptation.
Holy shit.
That's what they're doing. They have signed the directors behind Final Destination Bloodlines to direct this film. Yeah. Can't say I saw it. I feel like it got pretty actually surprisingly good reviews, but it's a Final Destination movie.
It's pretty crazy.
A little bit different, sort of deal than Metal Gear Solid, but that's what's happening. Let's see if we've got any more information. Sony says they're thrilling storytellers, masters of visuals and suspense. Two of the most impressive directors / producers working today. And this would be the first time that Metal Gear Solid arrives in the live action space. The duo stated, Metal Gear Solid was nothing short of a groundbreaking cinematic masterpiece that forever revolutionized video games. We are thrilled and honored to bring Hideo Kojima's iconic characters and unforgettable world to life. So, I don't really know much about these guys. Like I said, I didn't see Final Destination. I do know Metal Gear Solid. And I know you know Metal Gear Solid.
Yeah, I'm pretty through. I mean, I'm not a total
I've
expert, but I know it
yeah,
pretty through and through, though. Yeah.
Yeah. So what do you think? I feel like they announced a live action version a while back that clearly never happened. But either way, it sounds like maybe it's actually happening this time. What do you think about that?
Looks like it's being produced by Avi Arad and Aria Arad.
Well, that makes sense. He's Mr. Sony, does all the Venom movies and maybe some other schlock over there probably.
Yeah. I would, man, is Kojima attached to this in any way? Do we know?
Good question. Not as far as I'm aware, but that doesn't mean he won't be. But I don't see anything in this press release that suggests that he is specifically involved. So
I would just hate for them to take something that is like already 80% movie, and it's pretty fucking awesome.
Right.
And just fucking shit on it. You know what I mean? It's already pretty much made. So I can see that happening too. I can see it happening. But if it's done well, it's going to be a pretty incredible movie. So I guess we need to stay optimistic.
Yeah, it's too early for me to
cast judgment, feel
any strong way about it, other than I think a Metal Gear Solid movie could work. I think especially if it's based off of the first one, I feel like I think you're right in the sense that it is kind of already a movie, but it has a very particular tone and feel, and I think especially once you get into the later entries, you get a lot of codec calls and it's like how do you find a way to take it down into a 2-hour movie that still kind of hits all the right beats? I think could be where you struggle a little bit. But it does feel like it.
Too. That prequel would be.
I know you could do something really cool with it. You can do a TV show that'd be really cool with it if you wanted to keep it on the longer side. But I think there's a lot of potential. It's too early. Like I said, it's too early to know if this is here Sony goes again, or if Kojima's producing and it's going to be a fucking cool adaptation. I don't know. I guess we'll stay tuned. I don't really know. I am color me intrigued, color me interested. I think it could work. Need to know more. I'm not blown away by the choice of directors.
I wouldn't call Zach and Adam. I wouldn't call them masters of visual suspense. I mean, I wouldn't say that they're not, but
yeah. I mean, I honestly just don't know. I don't. Yeah. I mean, I don't know that they've done enough to warrant that tag. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like you made one Final Destination movie that people liked pretty well. Like, yeah, okay, cool. I mean, I probably would watch that movie and have a lot of fun with that movie. But I don't know. It feels awfully bold right now. But hey, we'll see. We shall see what happens with Metal Gear Solid. We'll see if this one actually gets made, because it's probably many years away at this point. So,
it's true.
Like I said, stay tuned. Well, we do know what's being made, because it's shooting right now. It's the sequel to Superman, this James Gunn's sequel to Superman, which is called Man of Tomorrow. Direct sequel. James Gunn's back, writing and directing. We have casting news. We have news that, like I said, filming has begun, production has begun on it. James Gunn actually released a kind of first still from it, which shows Nicholas Hoult back as Lex Luthor in a power suit. An iconic war suit. There's also been some set pictures that have come out, which I imagine is what precipitated the official release here. It's apparently like a full practical fucking suit he's wearing that he can walk around in and shit.
Are you kidding me? That's incredible.
Because there's videos of him like on set, and he Like he can move around in that fucking thing, which is pretty impressive. Like
that makes it easy to act like a maniacal fucking maniac when you're in a power suit. That'd be pretty easy.
Yeah, that's fucking cool, man. Anyway, yeah, it looks very cool. It's like very comic accurate, which is awesome. Casting news. I think we sort of briefly mentioned this. I think at maybe on the CinemaCon episode a couple months back, but Adria Arjona is joining the cast. You would recognize from Andor as Bix Kayleen. She was in, I think, Hitman maybe as well, the Glenn Powell one. Some other things probably, but she is reportedly playing the character of Maxima, who comic anti-heroine is how she's described, I think.
Maxima.
Let's see. She's a morally ambiguous queen alien conqueror from the planet Almerac. Known for her obsession with Superman, she views him as the only man worthy to be her mate and king.
Oh, shit.
So that's who she is reportedly going to play. Some people were speculating that maybe she was going to be Wonder Woman. Maybe we were going, Wonder Woman in this movie. But the reporting is that she is going to be Maxima. So don't know a lot about the character. It's kind of an interesting. We'll see if James Gunn sticks to that description. But like her, she's great. So happy to see her in things, and I think she has had a James Gunn connection. I think he produced the Belko Experiment that she was in, which is kind of one of her first.
Oh, that's an early movie, yeah.
Breakout film roles. So, yeah. Also joining the cast, Matthew Lillard, fresh off. He's over at Marvel. He's in Daredevil: Born Again. Now he's in Man of Tomorrow. We don't know who he's playing.
He's a good actor. I like that guy.
But I think James Gunn shared a picture of him. I mean, he just looked like himself, so he's not playing an alien or anything, as far as we're aware. Maybe someone at the Daily Planet. I'm not sure, but or a villain. Who's to say? Pretty much everyone from the first one's back. Obviously, like I said, Nicholas Holt's there. Rachel Brosnahan's back as Lois. Jimmy Olsen, Hawk Girl, Guy Gardner, Mr. Terrific. Apparently, Aaron Pierre is going to be Jon Stewart / Green Lantern. He'll be making his debut on the small screen and in a show called Lanterns that we're going to talk about when we get to previews. And then the big bad, as we have talked about a little bit already, is Brainiac. So you've got, and then of course David Corenswet is back as Superman. He has not been recast, just to make that abundantly clear. So how you feeling? What's the temperature check on Man of Tomorrow? How you feeling?
It's shaping up. I feel pretty excited about it.
Yeah.
First movie was really good. I really liked the first one, and this one's looking like it's really good too. I mean, I got the suit looks great. Bix in this movie or Bix in Andor was incredible. I think she's a very good actress. So, I think, I don't know, just give me more of her. That's cool. And Matthew Lillard is I like him too. Even though most of the time I feel like he just plays himself. I don't think he gets too outlandish, I don't think.
Yeah, sometimes he's Shaggy.
Yeah, I guess you're right. Yeah, he was Shaggy a long time ago, Shaggy. Many moons ago.
I think he's voicing Shaggy now for all like the animated stuff.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
How about that? Yeah, no, I'm cool. I'm about it. So we'll see how it is. Give me a trailer. Yes, I remember that first Superman trailer. I think I actually shed a tear. That hit me really hard for some reason.
It might have been that.
It's the
reprise of the John Williams score. That
incredible, man.
Just a little cheat code there. Could have been that. Man of Tomorrow, July 9th of 2027. Of course, we are just from recording a week and a half away from Supergirl making its way to theaters as well. So that's the next thing. And I think that Millie Alcock was expected to be in Man of Tomorrow as well. I don't think I mentioned her, but so we'll be getting Supergirl in a couple of weeks, and then we'll be getting Supergirl in a year's time with a bunch of other characters. And Man of Tomorrow, like I said, July 9th, 2027, we're about a year away. It's a pretty quick turnaround from that first one, which is very cool. Lord of the Rings. We got a couple pieces of news centered on the Lord of the Rings. There are things happening on the theatrical side. There are things happening on the streaming side, television streaming side. We'll start with the theatrical side. The next entry in the Lord of the Rings film franchise is called The Lord of the Rings: The Hunt for Gollum. We've talked about it a handful of times. It's being directed by Andy Serkis, and he's of course returning as Gollum in the movie. It's a movie that takes place within the span of the Fellowship of the Ring, in which there's a sequence of events where characters are trying to find Gollum because of his, I guess, knowledge of, the ring, the one ring to rule them all and all that.
And in the darkness, find them. That's such a cool fucking, oh man, Lord of the Rings. It's almost time.
It's almost time, and it's like, oh yeah, we should cover that oh wait, we already did that. Let's just keep recording new takes on the Lord of the Rings every few years.
It's so funny you say that. So funny you say that. My memory's pretty shit. So I'm constantly, oh man, we should do the Lord of the Rings. That'd be a good one. And then I'll pull out my phone, and by the time I get around, wait, we already did that.
Yeah.
It happens frequently, at least probably once every couple of weeks.
I think maybe we talked about this. It was revealed that Kate Winslet was, I think, kind of playing the lead character. We don't really know still who she's playing. We also do know that Sir Ian McKellen is back as Gandalf. Elijah Wood is back as Frodo Baggins. New casting news is that Jamie Dornan is joining the cast. He's playing a character by the name of Strider, who you may know is a different name. So we are not getting the return of Viggo Mortensen as Aragorn, a.k.a. Strider, or Strider, a.k.a. Aragorn. We are getting a recast here. I think, I imagine it was they asked and he said, I'm good. I suppose it's also one of those things where...
he's got to be pretty old, right, for the role?
I think it's, because Aragorn has like the long aging, like he's kind of... long living.
I guess you're right.
Now Viggo's a bit older, so I don't know if it would necessarily work because he's supposed to kind of look the same, and it's like otherwise you're de-aging. Is it worth doing that? I don't know. Probably not. Probably looks kind of shit. My guess is they probably asked and they were going to figure it out, and he said, "I'm good. I don't really want to go back and do that," which is completely valid. So we're getting a new Aragorn. It's Jamie Dornan. I think has been in many things, but prominently was, of course, in the 50 Shades franchise.
Was he Dorian or whatever his name is?
He was Christian Grey.
Christian Grey, that's his name. Yeah, that's his name.
Yeah. But he's been. I think he's done more serious stuff since then. I think visually could be fine. I think I don't think he's a bad actor or anything. I think that's a tough thing to do, to try to fill those shoes. I think, but could be done. Absolutely could be done. So with him, we're also getting Leo Woodall, who's playing Halvard, who's part of the Dunedain, if I'm saying that right, the Rangers that Strider is part of.
Oh, okay.
Lee Pace is also coming back as Thranduil, the Elf King. And most recently, just a few days ago, actually, we learned that Anya-Taylor Joy is joining the cast as well. And I think this is brilliant. She's playing an elf.
Big stretch there, huh?
Yep. And I'll just have to get her ears a little sharper, but otherwise, I think she's good to go.
Brilliant casting.
A character named Saren, who is a Sendar elf of the Woodland Realm, a trusted and lethal agent of King Thranduil. Kang, yes. Marvel's crossing over. What do you think? Lord of the Rings: The Hunt for Gollum. Is that are you down for that?
It's shaping up. It's shaping up pretty good. Yeah. I'm
also a 2027 release, December 17th of 2027. Man. So year and a half away.
Oh, I'm going to tell you too. In watching these, we haven't gotten to the previews yet, but 2026 fucking banging, dude. It's loaded, and 2027's looking like it's pretty loaded too. Like I can't watch a fraction of the amount of things I want to watch.
There's just not enough time. Good,
but yes, the Hunt for Gollum is something that I will carve out time for. It seems like it's going to be something pretty decent. So
all right. I think I will be checking it out as well. Perhaps we'll talk about it in a year and a half's time. Now, what about the Lord of the Rings, The Rings of Power? You watched the second season, right?
I did.
Didn't you? I don't think I did, but I think you did. And I think I think your feeling, if I recall correctly, I don't want to put words in your mouth, was it was maybe fine, kind of more of the same, you know?
It's totally fine. Yeah, I'll watch the third season. I'm here
Inoffensive. Well, I'm here to tell you, season 3 is coming out later this year. November 11th of 2026 is when it will premiere. And Amazon Prime Video is currently developing a 4th season as well.
Okay.
God knows they spent enough money on it. They might as well, get the return on their investment. So yeah, we don't have a trailer. Obviously, it wouldn't be in this section if we did. But I figured since why don't we just go all in on catching up on Lord of the Rings and talk about the Rings of Power while we're here as well. So I know Anna is not a fan of the show. And,
I can imagine not.
I think it definitely plays fast and loose with the lore and, how it... You and I are not people that know better, you know what I mean? That are like, this is a bastardization, or, they're like, why are they doing this? Why is, we don't really necessarily have the knowledge to be asking those questions.
Right. We don't know ball.
We don't know ball. That's true.
But I do know kind of schlocky shows, and it's a little schlocky.
But it's not bad, right? Like the first season wasn't bad. We did cover it once upon a time.
Yeah, it's not bad. I don't think any of it's. I think inoffensive is as long as you're not steeped in the
right
source material. I think it's okay.
Pretty enough, and certainly, like I said, lots of money put into it. Hopefully engaging enough. I think this apparently is going to have a few year time jump from season 2. I don't know if that makes sense based on where things ended, if you could even recall where it ended.
Actually, it's funny you say that because I can't.
Yeah, well, you'll watch the previously on at the beginning,
and then I'll say,
in November, and you say, oh yeah, okay. I think I remember some of that. I don't remember that, but hopefully it's not important. Yeah, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much what I got for you. Right. I would watch season 2. It sounds like it's not a huge waste of time. There are other things that I probably could do better with my time, but I always need a show where like Anna doesn't really care, and I have some spare time. This feels like it could be that kind of thing at this point. So
yeah,
I generally like Lord of the Rings things.
Yeah, it's a good fantasy thing.
I'm casual enough that I'm not bothered by, I'm bothered by bad filmmaking, by bad acting and bad writing, and I can deal if it's kind of not living up to what it could be or should be. But anyway, season 3 is coming. Season 4. Few years down the road probably, but also coming. Moving on to another big, old, well, I won't say old timey, but that's quite right, the right way to describe it. But a now classic fantasy franchise at this point, written many decades ago, let's put it that way. Narnia, the Chronicles of Narnia.
Okay.
Greta Gerwig, who most recently directed Barbie, has been making a Narnia film, an adaptation of The Magician's Nephew, first chronologically, but not, I think, the 6th in release order. It was originally set to debut Thanksgiving of this year. It's being made by Netflix, but it was planning to at least get an IMAX release in Thanksgiving.
Damn.
That has all been kind of scuttled because the film has been delayed to February of 2027. But there's also been a little bit of a shakeup in terms of the release strategy, which is a first for Netflix. It is getting a full wide theatrical release in February of next year. This is still a Netflix-made film, a Netflix-distributed film, but it is getting a full theatrical release, including an IMAX release starting February 10th. With a global wide release following on February 12th, and then a drop on Netflix on the streamer on April 2nd. So it's getting a full
typical deal,
full theatrical window, an actual deal, which as this reports that it's technically the second wide theatrical release for Netflix because K-pop Demon Hunters had the sing-along release, but this is obviously very different. That was months after it had dropped on Netflix. This is the real deal. This is unprecedented really for Netflix. So yeah, pretty big deal.
It's interesting because it's coming in after all the shit with them trying to buy WB and stuff too.
Yeah.
So it's almost like there's a concerted effort now to
to show maybe that like, hey, we can be a real movie studio that puts movies in theaters too.
Right.
Perhaps.
Exactly.
I think it might have been structured into Greta's contract that like this is not getting dumped on Netflix and forgotten. Like I think she's got sway, she's got power, following the success of Barbie. So I do think that's part of it, at least here. So,
well, I think that I'll be honest. I think that there is a lot of I don't know how much controversy there is about Narnia and stuff, but I like the first movie. It's actually the only movie I think I can remember ever watching was the first one.
I mean, 3 of them.
Yeah, I don't think I watched all of them, but I watched that first one and I thought that was pretty decent. I thought it was pretty good.
I think I talked about it a little while ago. I read The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. I was trying to reread the series in anticipation of the fact that they were doing this, and I wanted to read it in the correct order. So I started with The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. I'm actually still reading Prince Caspian, but almost done with it. And now I feel like, all right, well, I can pump the brakes a little bit on trying to. They're very easy reads, but I don't know. I have a little bit more time now. I've got a few extra months, but I kind of wanted to do it so that I could get through The Magician's Nephew, but again, reading it first just doesn't make sense. Just really truly doesn't make sense. It's a prequel. Prequels should be seen after the original thing that precipitated them. But anyway, Narnia or The Magician's Nephew, whatever it's going to be called, will be making its way to theaters February 12th of 2027 now. So that's the news on that front. But it actually builds really very, very nicely into our next piece of news, which is, oh shit, now there's a vacant slot for the IMAX calendar on Thanksgiving of this year. What's going to fill the void?
Ooh.
What's going to fill the void?
Dune.
Well, Dune's already got the IMAX locked up. But actually, that does bring an interesting point up of, well, right now we're still locked into Doomsday, Avengers Doomsday, and Dune Part 3 debuting on the same day, which feels fucking insane and nonsensical. So people were speculating, okay, well, IMAX is vacant. Maybe this is the opportunity for Marvel, Disney to slide up a couple weeks, take over, IMAX screens for a couple weeks before Dune, has those IMAX screens locked up. It may kind of would be a weird about face because they did their whole Vision shit or whatever, Vision screens or whatever they're doing, to be fake IMAXs. But I think it would have been reasonable for them to do that. I think the reason they maybe didn't do it, to spoil, the fact that didn't happen, is they probably will need every fucking last second to finish the visual effects on that movie. So I think pushing it ahead, pushing it up is probably not a wise move. But Netflix says, well, I guess we could keep that slot and do something with it. And so The Adventures of Cliff Booth now getting a 2-week IMAX run.
Okay.
Starting Thanksgiving. And then it will come to Netflix December 23rd. So it's not a full theatrical release in the same way as Narnia, because I think it is just truly just an IMAX screen thing. But it's I mean, maybe not an obvious pick for IMAX, but it is a David Fincher directed film from a script from Quentin Tarantino. Okay. Continuing Once Upon a Time in Hollywood with Brad Pitt back as Cliff Booth. So I don't know. Could be pretty cool. Could be something, So I don't know. What do you? Yeah. What do you?
That's an interesting mashup.
Would you make a way to the IMAX, theater for this, or are you like, oh, I can wait a month for Netflix? What do you think? Do we need a trailer to convince you? A preview?
It depends on how the month of November's stacking up.
Fair. You've got some Hunger Games, and we've got some other things. But
what do we got in November so far?
Well, we had Narnia Once Upon a Time.
Because this might be the November movie that we.
It could be the big one. Yeah, I'm trying to think. The Cat in the Hat animated. Oh, here's a big one. Godzilla -0. That feels like it'll be a good IMAX candidate. Hunger Games, like I said. Hexed, which is a Disney animated one. And The Adventures of Cliff Booth, IMAX only.
Well, it sounds like the two in November may be.
You got Godzilla and Cliff Booth. That might be it. And then obviously, jump forward a few weeks. Then it's Dune's Day with Avengers and Dune. But yeah,
big year this year, guys. Big year.
Next year too. Like you said, shaping up. We got a lot of good things. We have too many things. It's an embarrassment of riches. We can't possibly see and cover it all, unfortunately. But we see and cover everything that we possibly can. That's right. And if we don't see it immediately, then we'll wait till it streams or it comes to VOD, and then we'll catch up on it. And, that's how it goes. All right. That is The Adventures of Cliff Booth. Moving on, more Planet of the Apes is happening. Perhaps not in the manner that you might expect, because they're making a new Planet of the Apes movie that is apparently not going to be a sequel to the most recent one, Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes.
We get a reboot.
I don't think it's a reboot.
Jesus Christ.
It's at least not that, because I don't think we need to do that. But I would suspect that maybe it will be further on in the Andy Serkis Caesar timeline, because I feel like Kingdom was a step beyond that trilogy, and then maybe this will take it another 100 years or something in the future, and like things have further devolved or accelerated or evolved, I guess, depending on, if you're an ape, you're feeling pretty good about how things are going. If you're a human, not so much. Maybe we'll get the full, Marky Mark situation where, someone comes back. The astronauts were lost in space and now they come back. Maybe they're going to do another version of that. I don't know, but I can tell you that the director that will be helming this new installment of Planet of the Apes is going to be Matt Shakman, who directed The Fantastic Four, First Steps for Marvel Studios most recently.
Fuck yeah, man.
And it's going to be a script written by Josh Friedman, who co-wrote First Steps and also co-wrote Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. So it's not like everyone's getting fired and like, fuck you, like you're not allowed to come back because that didn't do enough money. Even though I think it did all right. I mean, I don't think it was a failure or anything. It
was a pretty good movie, I remember.
It was a good movie. It kind of seemed like things would proceed in the direction of making more of those. Like maybe you'd get another trilogy in that, sort of period of time, but clearly the direction has shifted a little bit. But yeah, this is where we land. So more Planet of the Apes, but just maybe a little bit different than what we got last time. I imagine it'll still have CG apes and the like, but yeah, what do you think about that? All that.
I think it sounds pretty cool. Shakman is a pretty good director, I think. Matt Shakman. Shakman. Matt Shakman.
Yeah, he also did WandaVision for Marvel prior to the Fantastic Four.
I think it's pretty good. Pretty
long time director on Always Sunny in Philadelphia, a classic television program.
Okay.
Very funny. Says obviously making big budget things now, which is good. Good career progression for sure. So
it's like whenever the Moorhead and Benson started making big budget stuff. It's like, okay, that's cool.
Big budget and jumping on Daredevil and stuff. Like, all right, this is not what I expected to happen, but okay, very cool. Yeah. So, Planet of the Apes, probably a few years away. Early, it's being written. It will be directed. It will be shot. It will be released, but not anytime soon. So look forward to some Planet of the Apes. I'm down. They've made 4 pretty fucking good Planet of the Apes movies in the past 15, 16 years, whenever Rise came out, going back as far as that one. Like, I'm happy to see more. So, speaking of some Marvel things, maybe like a follow-up to WandaVision, a television show called VisionQuest is coming to Disney Plus this year.
I like that logo treatment.
It's got a logo treatment that's pretty cool. It's been announced that October 14th of 2026 will be the premiere date for VisionQuest, which will bring back Paul Bettany as the Vision. We'll also bring back James Spader as Ultron, and it is considered the final installment of the trilogy that began with 2021's WandaVision and continued with 2024's Agatha all along. So kind of a,
okay.
in that same vein, but obviously now vision focused. So what do you think? You excited for that?
I'm very excited about that. I think the vision exploration is something I've been super interested in that hasn't had a lot of payoff.
Just set up, not much payoff right now.
Yeah, I'm really it's like the classic like AI kind of deal, or not AI, but just like I don't know. I'm thinking of a movie. It had Doomhall Gleeson in it and somebody else.
Ex Machina.
Ex Machina. Yeah. It's just like robots figuring out their shit, and I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So, anyways.
Sentience.
Yeah. Sentience. What's it all about, man?
What was it all about? That's right.
So I'm here about it. I'm also here about this VisionQuest that makes me look like I might have vision problems. It's got like a weird overlay, but it's cool.
Yeah. It is cool, but yes, don't look at it for too long. It would be my recommendation. Also on Disney Plus, Ahsoka Season 2 will be premiering in 2027. Now it's just 2027. We're not even getting it this year. It's been a while since Season 1 came out, I feel like. It's been 3 years probably by the time this is out, I would say. But we just have to wait a little bit longer. We got The Mandalorian and Grogu. It didn't really advance the big story of anything in any sort of major significant way, but I suppose it was entertaining enough. Ahsoka is maybe where, the big deal things are going to be happening. More Thrawn, more Ahsoka, and, all the Rebels characters. Baylan, a recast. Baylan with Rory McCann taken up from the late Ray Stevenson. But, excited for it.
Yeah.
Curious about it. Haven't really seen much from it, obviously, and sounds like we won't be seeing a whole lot for a little while. We'll get a trailer before the end of the year, I'm sure, but 2027, early 2027 is all I can offer you right now.
Yep.
But, 2027, shaping up pretty good, I guess, so it's something to look forward to. When is this fucking movie coming out? Oh, here we go. We got another 2027. October 1st, 2027. Finally, this is one that's probably been even longer than Ahsoka. Pretty confident in saying The Batman Part 2, expected to release October 1st, 2027.
It's taking a long time, right?
Taking a long fucking time. Matt Reeves taking his sweet motherfucking time on The Batman Part 2. Not a bad thing, inherently. Frustrating when you're waiting for something.
Let him cook, let him cook.
You're excited for it, but hey, let him cook. It will be... Let's see. When was that? That was 2022. It'll be a full 5-year gap, 5.5-year gap by the time Part 2 arrives in theaters. But God damn it, I think it's finally happening, and I can tell you that because they started shooting this too, so it's just kind of fun. They're shooting a Superman movie, they're shooting a Batman movie at the same time. Couldn't be more different from each other, and thankfully are not connected as far as we know, other than maybe through some multiverse shenanigans, but I don't think we'll have any sort of meaningful crossover story-wise, to be clear. But news is, like with Superman, yes, filming has gotten underway. Matt Reeves took Twitter to announce the full cast. Robert Pattinson's back.
Okay.
Robert Pattinson's back. He's not been recast either, which is good. A lot of these we've talked about. We still don't know who everyone is playing necessarily. We'll get to that shortly, but it is confirmation on certain things. So the confirmations that we have are Robert Pattinson as Batman, Scarlett Johansson, part of the cast officially, Sebastian Stan, part of the cast officially, Jeffrey Wright back as James Gordon, Commissioner Gordon.
Good one. Yeah.
I don't know if he was actually commissioner. I guess he wasn't commissioner in the first one, so maybe he'll get there eventually. Andy Serkis back as Alfred. Colin Farrell back as the Penguin. Jamie Lawson as the Mayor, Bella Real. Gil Perez Abraham as Officer Martinez. Big one. I know you're looking forward to that one. Some other kind of unknown ones that we maybe weren't aware of. Charles Dance has joined the cast. Charles Dance, as he's sometimes known. Tywin Lannister from Game of Thrones.
How does he pronounce it? How is he known?
Charles Dance. Likes to dance. Sebastian Cook, a German actor. and Brian Tyree Henry is the last addition that has been officially announced. So roles still up in the air, other than the ones that are returning from the first movie. Obviously, notable exclusions would be Zoe Kravitz is not apparently coming back as Catwoman, which I think we had kind of known about as far as we know. No Riddler, no Joker coming back, but that could obviously be changed. That, maybe they don't want to spoil that. The expectation is that Sebastian Stan is playing Harvey Dent. That
that'd be a good one, right? That'd be all right.
Scarlett Johansson is playing his wife Gilda, and that Charles Dance, aka Charles Dance, is playing Charles Dent, who is Harvey's father. But
he's a dick.
That has not been confirmed. That's what Charles Dance does. He just plays a dick. Very authoritative dick. It was a little Patrick Stewart-esque. I don't know. All British people, old British people, they sound the same. Very
Sebastian.
Yeah. Brian Tyree Henry, you don't know who he's playing. So I don't know. I feel like I saw a rumor that he's what's the other cop? The other cop that's with Gordon a lot, but like kind of a little crooked. I can't remember the character's name, but the most recent wild ass rumor is that Brian Tyree Henry is actually playing Harvey Dent and Sebastian Stan is playing Mr. Zaz.
Oh, jeez, what's wild,
nuts, and obviously doesn't comport at all with the other casting because, I suppose Charles Dance could be Brian Tyree Henry's father. I suppose it's possible. Seems unlikely, but genetics are weird, man. Could be adopted.
Wild news.
So I don't know, but that's from a rumor monger who has been known to be wrong a few times and is probably trying to stir the pot mostly. But we'll see. I don't know. So
let the man cook. He's been cooking for a while.
He's been cooking.
And I think
it's been simmering. It's been in the slow cooker for a while.
I think it's the same thing with like the Lord of the Rings stuff. I didn't talk about it in the Lord of the Rings things, but you get these people with the big, and I've said it a lot of times about Scarlett Johansson being cast in this. It's you get these big actors and actresses in these movies, and you hope that they can just kind of dissolve into the storytelling. You know what I mean? Because you don't want to, like, I didn't see Pattinson when I watched Batman. You know what I mean? He kind of just faded away.
He's a chameleon-esque actor,
yeah, for sure. I think so.
Yeah. But I agree, and I know we have talked about with ScarJo, particularly of just being like, you kind of always see ScarJo, and she's very talented, and no one's disputing that, but you do always kind of see that it's ScarJo. So
but maybe, hopefully not. And anyways, it's we've got a very talented cast in this movie.
Absolutely.
I think it's going to be a banger.
Yep, I have full confidence in Matt Reeves and company to deliver another banger, because that first one still fucks. The Penguin was great. Man. The Penguin was awesome. But I just need more Batman. Get him an upgraded suit, get him some upgrades, and Batmobile can stay the same. It's pretty badass.
That Batmobile, man. I still think about that Batmobile. Excellent Batmobile. We haven't had a vehicle movie in a little while.
Yeah, I haven't many Fast and Furious movies in a while, but
not Fast and Furious. I'm thinking of fucking. What am I thinking of here? The desert movie with the cool cars.
Desert movie, cool cars.
You know what I'm thinking of?
I'm blanking.
No,
I'm sure I'll know it when you. Oh, Mad Max.
Don't drink the water. Yeah,
Mad Max.
Yeah, that one. We haven't had any Mad Max movies.
Furiosa. But yeah, not much in a little while, huh?
It's a good vehicle movie. Anyways, I digress.
Yeah, vehicular carnage. Yeah. I feel like there was a car movie that came out.
F1 came out last year.
Yeah, F1 is what I'm thinking of. That was the most recent one. A little bit different. Straight up cars.
It was pretty cool, though. It was pretty cool.
It was pretty cool.
We actually fun. So remind me about what I watched about cars. in the catching up section. I don't want to put us in the weeds there yet.
All right, Pixar movie Cars. You watched the whole trilogy?
Maybe I watched it. Talk about it.
All right, I'm putting Cars in the list. It's not on my list, but it's on my list now, and so it'll probably be like, why did I write Cars here? We've got a couple more pieces of news. Michael B. Jordan. Michael B. Jordan be busy. Let's fucking put it that way.
Michael B. Busy.
Michael B. Busy. He's Michael C. Jordan is continuing to act after winning the Oscar for Sinners. Michael B. Jordan, on the other hand, is producing some shit for Amazon MGM, including three things particularly. Three things being a Muhammad Ali series called The Greatest. Okay. Seems like that could very interesting story there. Could definitely be something pretty compelling, I would say. A spinoff of Creed, which, hey, this is fun, is called Delphi, to tie into... Oh, wait, was that what it was? Oh, shit. Did I put it in there? No, I didn't even put it in the news. I thought maybe that's what you were trying to tie into the news with our mythological trivia. Was that the case? Or is that just accidental?
It's like prophetic.
It is. Yeah. Wow. Okay.
How about that?
I thought maybe I'd put it in the news as Creed spinoff Delphi or whatever, but I didn't. I just put Creed spinoff. So how about that? Quite crazy shit right there. Anyway, a TV series spinoff of Creed called Delphi, to be clear. And then an adaptation of the Fourth Wing popular romantasy novels. Rebecca Yarros, I believe, the author of those. You might have heard of them. I think Enrique talked about them at one point as dragons and questionable things happening, but they're very, very popular. Haven't read any of them, to be clear, but... don't have anything particularly against them either. But I'm sure will probably be very, very popular. But yeah, let's see. So kind of taking these one by one, what Michael B. Jordan be busy with is the first ever project about Muhammad Ali, authorized by his estate following his roots as Cassius Clay through his iconic career. Yeah, I think they've cast... Jalen Best, who's a kind of unknown actor as Ali, which is cool. Giovanni Ribisi, yeah, that's fully cast. Looks like it's fully underway. So yeah, we'll take it one by one. What do you think about that?
I think it's awesome.
Apparently premiering later this year, so it's like
damn, he's pumping them out.
Close. Yeah, we'll probably get a trailer for that in the next few months, I would speculate.
So you notice that the trajectory. At least I notice. The trajectory of celebrated actor to producer, it seems like to be kind of a common thing. Is it because they earn enough money as a successful actor that they're able to start to fund other projects? Is that the way that works?
Well, yeah. I mean, I think it's probably you have the security to pony up and but I think it's also in some ways just an influence thing of. You now have that clout, like you've earned that clout. And then the more things you make and the more things are successful, then like you kind of just, people listen to what you have to say. And when you're Michael B. Jordan and now you're an Oscar winner, you
produced by Michael B. Jordan.
Yeah. Like you've been putting in some great work, had directed, I think he, directed the most recent Creed movie, I think Creed 3, I think it's just kind of a natural progression of, the more and more creative control that you can exert. I mean, maybe it's not for everybody, some people might be content to just be an actor, but I feel like, it is pretty prominent that like, well, at a certain point, I'm not just going to show up for my paycheck. I want to be creatively involved. I want to not star in schlock. I want to unless your sensibilities might be shit, in which case, you're producing a bunch of crap that you're in, but if you've got your finger on the pulse, then like theoretically, then yeah, it's just a way to make sure that like this thing is what I want it to be. Like I'm passionate about this thing. I'm going to be in it. I'm going to produce it. I'm going to direct it. Like this is going to be my fucking thing. So
very cool.
Interesting question, but
they also have this picture of Michael B. Jordan here at some sort of, I think it's the Oscars. He's in that black suit. Dude looks sharp. Sharp looking dude.
Sharply dressed, handsome man. That's for sure. So Delphi is about, it's a drama series about the young boxers at the Delphi Gym, which is featured in the Rocky and Creed films, which is the Los Angeles-based gym, not the Philadelphia-based one. So yeah, just another sliver of the Rocky Creediverse, in LA with boxers. Maybe, I don't know, maybe cameos from Creed. Probably not from Sly. I feel like Sly's kind of been cut out of the franchise at this point, but yeah. What do you think about that? Interested in that?
Yeah, all of it. Okay. Very much here for his stuff. I
kind of already talked about the Fourth Wing stuff, so I guess I don't really need to specifically ask you about that. It doesn't sound like that was necessarily anything that you have
any input on,
strong attachment to.
No, but it's cool.
I imagine it will be quite popular, and yeah, I mean, I guess with Michael B. Jordan kind of shepherding it kind of makes me feel like, all right, it's interesting. It's interesting. Not who I would have expected, but that maybe lends a little bit more confidence that it's going to be done the right way. So
we'll see what it's about.
We'll see what it's about. Michael B. Jordan is not the only one stepping up to the plate, wheeling and dealing, producing and shit. Our boy Vin Diesel's up to it as well. He's
making a Pitch Black series.
Well, was there an animated one of that? I feel like
there was. It was called.
I think there kind of already was.
Furiosa. What? That's not right. What the fuck is that movie? What's that called?
Furia.
Okay. All right, it's close.
Riddick Furia.
I watched it.
Wait. Was that Dark Fury? Was that it? What?
No.
I don't know. There's definitely been something. I feel
like. What the fuck was that thing called? It was Pitch Black, and then it was
Chronicles of Riddick.
Chronicles. Yeah.
They did the 3 movies. It was a 2004 animated movie called Dark Fury, but I assume that's not what you're thinking of. I don't know.
I think I'm thinking of Dark Fury.
Maybe, yeah.
Anyways.
Looks like they don't actually have an animated show. Thought they would. Anyway, no, he is not here to bring us more Riddick, although he probably does want to do that. You know how much this man loves the Fast and the Furious.
That's all he's got. What are you doing, Vin?
AKA Fast and Furious. Well, I've got great news if you're a big fan of Fast and Furious. If you're as big of a fan of Fast and Furious as Vin Diesel is, oh man, this is gonna make your day. Count them. 1, 2, 3, 4 Fast and Furious series in development right now, according to franchise star and producer Vin Diesel. 4 television series.
Jesus. Jumping off deep.
Peacock is going to be the home of Fast and Furious on television with these 4 series.
Okay.
One of them at least is live action. I don't know if all 4 will be live action. Perhaps we'll be getting some animated, like a kid's animated Jurassic, Park Jurassic World style, kid friendly one maybe. God, I feel like they already did that too, but I could be making that up too.
Oh man.
Yeah, but Diesel executive producing this first live action one. Pilot is being written right now. No other details that I can give to you other than obviously what I've just said. What do you think?
Who's showing up for this? That's what I want to know. 4 separate Fast and Furious shows? That's crazy.
I mean, we'll see if. I think one will happen. We'll see if the other 3 follow suit. Perhaps
saturating the market. That's saturating it real bad.
It's already a market that's a little saturated with these movies.
Pretty diluting it a little bit.
It's been a few years since Fast X, but I feel like they kind of pumped the brakes because everyone was kind of just like,
we got to go to space now.
Yeah, it was tough. They did. I was kind of joking about the kids animated one, but
it's there.
You would know better. That already happened. There's fucking 6 seasons of it. Did you know that? Did you know there were 6 seasons of Fast and Furious? No. It's on Netflix. I thought maybe you'd been watching with Bennett or something. I don't know. Been holding out. Hadn't been talking about it on the show for some reason, but Yeah, had six seasons, came and went 2019 to 2021. They pumped 52 episodes out of that. Fast and Furious Spy Racers. Sounds badass. What do you do with a live action series? Like, obviously there's a million fucking characters in Fast and Furious. Obviously it really just needs to fundamentally just be like racing. Street racing is probably what you do.
I think it would be
go to space,
like,
whatever, but
I mean,
assume you save space for the big movies because that's big budget stuff. You can do basic car shit on TV for not too much money, I would think. But I just don't even know. Like this franchise has lost the plot, and I absolutely adore the movies. Don't get me wrong; they're relentlessly entertaining. They're all, of course, kind of various levels of dog shit. At least the past several have been. They're not good, but I enjoy them. Like they're slop. They're like AI slop, but not actually AI slop. They're just human slop. Just human slop, Like, that's okay. I just don't know, like, what's the idea? Like, Vin can't even get on stage and be like, it's going to be about cars. Like, give us something, man. Like I don't know. Like, who's it about? Is Vin, are you going to be in it? Like, is this a fucking Dom Toretto fucking live action series? Like, what is it?
I don't know.
It's gotta have, I don't even know. See, that's the thing. Is like, I don't know. We had Hobbs and Shaw. Like, are we going to bring Hobbs and Shaw back in?
Like, it would almost be. I think it would almost be best to bring it back down to like the first Fast and Furious.
I think
movie.
Yeah, bring it. I think TV wise,
and it could be like an anthology
scale,
kind of
street
thing,
racing,
like 4 different projects.
Yeah, have cameos from the film characters, but generally can be its own sort of thing. That's like small potatoes, but like maybe just like not as ridiculous. Like the focus is just kind of like what that first movie was. Like, yeah, it's over the top. It's a little silly. Paul Walker's goofy as hell, but like it's endearing. It's charming. Obviously by the time 9 and 10 roll around, it's like I said, it's just slop, and it's great fun. It's enjoyable if you know what you're in, if you're in the mood for it. But it's not highbrow entertainment.
Be cool if you could
they're in space.
Like 4 different directors, 4 different shows, 4 different miniseries, each in different parts of the world, and different Fast and Furious. Like you got Tokyo Drift. And then you've got
different street racing crews,
Yeah, and then they meet together.
Different cultures, racing culture.
Yeah, exactly. That'd be kind of cool,
and there's a
right?
big crossover. The Defenders of the Fast and Furious verse.
And then the FBI calls from all corners of the world for them to defend the world or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah, they get the call up. If they're like, it's like fine.
Dom calls and makes a movie.
Yeah, exactly. Kurt Russell says, I'm in these movies. Oh yeah, I am in these movies. I need your help. Don't worry that you died in season 1. You'll be fine. It was a mirage. You were a hologram the whole time, actually. Boy. That's what I got for you on the news front.
Good for Ven.
My friend. Good for Ven. What are you doing, bud? What are you doing?
He's getting paid, I would imagine. But if he's producing, it means he's spending a lot of money. Yeah, he's producing, so he's spending the money.
He's producing. Yeah, this is a passion project for Mr. Diesel.
It's the only project. I don't think he's doing anything other than fucking cars.
What is he doing? Like Riddick, we talked about like here and there. Guess he's I am Groot, every now and then. But it's pretty much it. Yeah, he's been going back to Bloodshot. Still waiting on the sequel. Hasn't happened yet, but he hasn't been doing shit. He's been I am Grooting. He's been Dominic Torettoing, and he's apparently working on. Did that happen? Well, Wikipedia says the 4th Riddick movie's in post production, so he did that.
Wow!
So,
well, I'll definitely watch that. I'm long awaited for a entry into the. I really like. That'd be a good. That would be a good bonus episode. I'd do a bonus episode on Pitch Black.
Yeah.
I like that one a lot. Or I used to like it a lot. I don't know how it holds up.
Yeah, I have to revisit and see how it stacks up. But we'll put it on the list for an idea for another time. not this episode, because we've got many previews.
A great many previews. A great many previews. What?
Yes.
That was Palpatine-ish. Right. That was supposed to be.
Yes, I figured that was supposed to be old Pappy, old Sheev, Grandpappy Sheev. Remember The Rise of Skywalker?
Good stuff. Yeah, he had babies. He's got babies and grandbabies and stuff walking around.
Fucks. It is canon. No, we got to get into these previews. Every time we bring up Star Wars, we get pulled into the weeds. Did
you gotta stop it. Sorry.
All right. Let's talk about these fucking previews. Starting with Cape Fear, an Apple TV miniseries, which has already started. I think I said as much, but we're since we haven't had an opportunity to do Brews news and previews in a couple months, I figured I wanted to check in on some things that came out earlier this month, or started earlier this month in this particular instance. So some of the stuff you can watch potentially right now, or you go to a theater, depending on what it is. But putting it out there for the next few things on this, at least from when we're recording, and then of course some of the things that we're going to talk about are not out yet when we're recording, but will have started or are out yet by the time the episode is up. It's a whole thing. But anyway, Cape Fear, to go back to that, started on Apple TV on June 5th with a 2-episode premiere, and it's airing weekly since then, and 10 total episodes, finishing up July 31st. It's I guess classified as a remake. Well, I guess a remake of a remake, in a way.
A remake of a remake.
Yes, remakeception. Because, well, there was a novel called The Executioners, which was adapted into Cape Fear in 1962. Southern Gothic psychological thriller film.
Southern Gothic. You gotta break that down for me. Southern Gothic
psychological thriller film. You haven't heard those words strung together, have you?
It's a lot.
Starred Gregory Peck, and then back in 1991, a director who you may have heard of called Martin Scorsese directed a film called Cape Fear, which was a remake of the 1962 film, which was itself based on the 1957 novel. And that film starred Robert De Niro, Nick Nolte, and others. And now we've got a television version of the story with Javier Bardem, Amy Adams, Patrick Wilson. Great fucking, trio right there leading the charge. Well, Wikipedia calls this one just a psychological thriller television miniseries. They've done away with the Southern Gothic sides of it. But what did you think based on the trailer that we had for Cape Fear?
It's pretty unsettling. I don't know anything about it, but I think that the people that thought they were doing good things probably did bad things. And I think it probably makes it a little complicated, huh?
That does appear to be the case. Got a pretty... this looks like a good Javier performance right here.
Yeah.
It looks like he's relishing it.
I would completely agree. Dude crushes everything, though. I've never known the guy not to crush it,
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. He's, I don't know, very, very talented actor. But it does look, it looks unsettling. It looks like it's probably very suspenseful. I haven't seen it yet, even though it's out. I wanted to start it. Sarah hasn't wanted to start it.
It's been on your radar even prior to tonight, is what you're saying?
Yeah. They released a thing on, I have Apple TV. Or I use an Apple TV.
The device itself.
Right, and so it's like kind of like always front and center what's going on over there on Apple TV Plus or whatever they call it.
See.
So,
right.
It looks good. It looks like a very well made show.
Yeah, it looks like unhinged in a good way, I guess it's a fucking psychological thriller. Well, that's what it looks like. It looked pretty interesting to me. I mean, I haven't seen the Scorsese one. I've never seen the 62 one either, so I don't have any sort of familiarity with prior adaptations. but I'm intrigued. Definitely intrigued. Don't know if I'll go in anytime soon, but liked what I saw. I think, the reviews are like pretty good. They're pretty good. They're not, this is the best show ever made, but seem to be, the reviews don't paint it in a light that make me think run the other way. But I don't know what the user response has been. Obviously, it's just a few episodes in, but yeah, well, it's out there. June 5th it started. There's 3 episodes streaming as of us recording, and so yeah, I guess let me know if you check it out. I'll let you know if I check it out. But
yeah, for sure.
That's just the first of many things to talk about on our preview section. The next thing is a feature film. It came out June 12th in the States. It's called The Furious from Lionsgate. It's a Hong Kong action film with, some badass martial arts and stuff. I think in the trailer, there's some comparisons to The Raid. It's not the same director or anything. It's a Japanese director, Kenji Tanigaki, who did this, but has done
that name
Hong
sounds
Kong
familiar.
Action style things in the past. The 2006 Legend of Seven Monks, 2020 Enter the Fat Dragon. Lots of action choreography he's done. Looks like a lot of Japanese stuff.
Okay. I don't know why he would sound familiar, just to not make it sound like I'm
I wasn't sure if there was something particular.
frequenting all sorts of Japanese martial art movies and stuff, because I don't, but his name sounded familiar for some reason.
Yeah, no, I mean, he's done a lot of action choreography, but not a lot of film directing. This is only his third credit, but it looks, I mean, I watched the trailer with Anna. She said, you have fun with that, and I thought, I think I might.
Okay, I will.
I think I might have fun with that. Quite violent, but I don't know. I enjoy a movie like this from time to time. I don't watch it all the time. I think I probably couldn't watch it all the time. But
when they pop up, you could watch them. Yeah. This looks like a really well-made... I like the choreography, man. The choreography's cool. Like, there's one point where, like, the guy's building, like, a human pyramid where he's whacking people with hammers. Mm-hmm. And he's, like, climbing on top of them. It's just, I don't know. It's fast-paced. It looks kinetic and cool. Like, a lot of effort goes into making these kinds of movies, and I really appreciate the effort. It makes them a lot of fun to watch too,
Yeah. I think in a way that, I don't know, like, as much as I like American blockbusters, it's just so different. The style of choreography is just so different. I feel like with a lot of these movies, it's a lot of like just in-camera stunts and like just like it's, people who are actual fucking badasses who aren't just faking it for the camera, like,
yeah.
Or like it's blocked in a way where like, it's like, it's as close to being real without it literally being real. Obviously the guy's not getting their fucking smashed in with the hammers. Well, I hope not anyway. But it's a lot more visceral, I think, like
for
really,
sure.
Really intense. So this one looks intense, but it looked pretty good. I don't know if it's I will make it to the theater kind of movie. I think I could enjoy it. I could lock in, I think, for a couple hours and take something like this in. But I could also easily see this being
see it at home kind of deal.
Watch it at home when the wife is away kind of movie. So. We'll see. Looks cool though. Looks really cool. I think the reviews are really good. A lot of good buzz on it.
This will be a see at home for me. I won't be able to make it to a movie theater.
97% certified fresh.
Yeah, pretty good. You should have seen in theaters.
Pretty good.
And maybe once in another
still
life.
Good. Yeah. Maybe once upon a time, we might have been able to carve out time for it. It's an uphill battle. The Toy Stories of the world might win out, which is not a bad thing either. They're just very different things from each other.
That's the way it goes. That's right.
All right. Well, almost up to present day. Or no, I guess has this not actually come out yet? I was thinking it came out last weekend, but I think it's coming out this weekend. Let me double check, see if I put the wrong date in the script. Confused myself. Thought I saw showtimes for this. Nope. All right, we have made our way back to things that have not happened yet for us as of recording. Just a couple days' time, June 19th, The Death of Robin Hood is coming to theaters. A24 film starring Hugh Jackman as Robin Hood, an outlaw archer. Also stars Jodie Comer, Bill Skarsgård. It's about an older, rugged Robin Hood.
Kind of like a Last Samurai kind of Robin Hood.
Last Samurai, maybe an Old Man Logan sort of deal a little bit too, which obviously is Hugh Jackman. But it's A24. Michael Sarnowski, the director here, he did Pig with Nick Cage back in 2021 and A Quiet Place Day One a couple years ago. This is his next film. I don't know. This feels like something that you would like, but I'm curious to hear your take on it. We haven't talked about it. Trailer's been out for months.
It looks like something that I would like. Yes, I would. You know my taste down to.
It feels like aesthetically, story wise, interesting. Like it all just kind of seems to hit the right mark for something I think that you would like.
Yeah. I thought the same thing. The one thing that I struggled with as I watched it, because it actually got me thinking, everybody talks today about Robin Hood being a hero, but I would imagine that it's not too far off the mark if there was a real Robin Hood. I don't know if there is. I imagine he would just be a fucking straight up bandit, like just murdering people on the road. You know what I mean? It's actually not too far of a stretch, I don't think. So it got me thinking a little bit. The trailer did, and it's like, oh, that's a really unique story perspective. Definitely
a different bent
kind of thrust
for a character that has been portrayed in film like hundreds of times. You know what I mean? Like obviously in very, very different ways, but even this still feels kind of unique amongst those, at least as far as I know. So, which is interesting.
Yeah. So the one thing I couldn't get around is the accent, because there's a lot of I just don't know where Robin Hood comes from, but it seems like there's a lot of Scottish accents, right? Or was that just me? Maybe I'm getting it wrong. I am at the bottom of my Pinot Noir Yellowtail. So there was a lot of accent work, I feel, with certain characters. Not maybe work, maybe not work at all. Maybe they're like authentically, whatever accent that they're doing. But
yeah, I don't really know what the intent is.
But homie didn't have an accent. I didn't hear an accent when he was talking. Not a real one, Yeah. He's Australian, isn't he?
He's definitely not using his native accent, that's for sure. Which, yes, he is Australian. Australia.
So I don't know. The accent thing kind of like threw me for a loop, because in like one particular scene, there's like a little girl talking to him, and he's like, "No." Whoa, where the fuck's that accent at, dude? So it kind of threw me for a loop. But I will say that this looks like something that could be good. Looks like something I would be interested in.
All right. Well, like I said, the Toy Stories of the world might win the day, in terms of whether this is a movie that you make it to a cinema to watch. But on the other hand, it also just kind of feels like this would be a good one to watch at home. I know we're part of the problem if we're, not supporting movies like this in theaters.
That's right.
But it's just the reality of you got to make choices, and
one day I will be able to go to the movie theater and support movies like this.
Man, one day, maybe you'll have young ones that are not so young anymore, and
they want to go. They want to go watch movies like this, and I'll say, "Hey, we're having a boys' trip. We're going to the movie theater." And maybe all the boys go see their own movie, and Dad goes sees his own movie too.
Mm-hmm.
So crazy.
Well, probably got a few years until that happens, but
definitely.
A few years might be underselling it a little bit, but that's okay. All right. Looking ahead to the further future, just 2 days after The Death of Robin Hood comes to theaters, will be Sunday, June 21st. And House of the Dragon Season 3 will be premiering. Be third of, I think, a planned 4 seasons. You bypassed Season 2, right? Still haven't gone back?
Yeah, have not gone back.
Did you bypass watching this trailer, or did you give it a look to see if it catches your attention? What do you think?
Looks like there's some stakes, which there were stakes in every season, as I can recall. It looks like we're winding down here. It seems like there's like a definitive end to what we've got going on.
Shit's happening. Big battles, dragons, dragoning about and such.
Yeah. Looks heavy.
Queen. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I think Season 2 is a disappointment for me overall. I think mostly in the way that it ended was just kind of a season without an ending. This theoretically will kind of give us what the end of Season 2 should have been at the beginning of the season, and then hopefully there's more to it beyond that. I mean, I think that, it looks appropriately epic. It looks well made. It looks, like it's checking the right boxes for what this should be. I don't know. I was feeling a little down on it after Season 2. I still haven't gone back to watch A Night of the Seven Kingdoms, which I heard was really good, and I do want to watch that. It's separate from the timeline and stuff like that. That did look pretty good. But I think shorter episodes, smaller scale, not as, I think just an easier watch overall. This is definitely a bit more of an investment. But I am looking forward to it. I think it's one of those things that I feel like I'll watch an episode and be like, oh, okay, I'm back in. I think I'm back in. Or it'll be shit and I'll be like, oh no, this is Game of Thrones again. Oh no. I don't know. So 8 episodes for Season 3. 4th and final season is debuting in 2028, or at least expected in 2028. So yeah, I don't know what your plans are. I don't know if you have any intentions of jumping in. Boys are a little too young to enjoy this with you, so
Yeah, I don't know. I mean,
I don't know that you. I don't think you loved the first season, obviously, which is, I'm sure, in part why you didn't, hasten your way to watching Season 2 back in 2024.
Right. And so maybe I'll just, if you tell me the series as a whole is, listen, you got to watch it, I'll watch it.
Yeah. Well, I am hoping that this season fixes the issues I had with the back half of Season 2, in which case you'll look like a genius for waiting, and if maybe you don't care that much, then maybe there is an advantage of just waiting, and I'll be the guinea pig that tells you, yeah, it's worth it now, but you didn't have to wait 2 years, or I might watch this season and be like, it's pretty good, but honestly, just wait till 2028 and then watch it all and you'll be fine. It could be that. I wouldn't be surprised if it's that either, or it could just, like I said, could be full blown Season 8 of don't do it.
Avoid it.
Don't do that to yourself. We'll see. I know Anna's excited, so I'm sure we'll be watching it. Probably more or less week to week. I would guess. Trying to keep on top of things, not get spoiled on the thing that's an adaptation of a thing that I think Anna's read, but I haven't read. I don't know how faithful it is, but anyway, all right. House of the Dragon, it's coming. Season 3 is coming, starting later this month and wrapping up. Let's see, August 9th. So a couple months of House of the Dragon to look forward to. I'm really interested to get your take on this next film here. We've got, 3 more trailers for things coming out in June. The next one's a Netflix film. It's called In the Hand of Dante. It stars your boy, Oscar Isaac. Pretty generally speaking, good cast. Gerard Butler, John Malkovich, Martin Scorsese, Al Pacino, Jason Momoa. One major blight, Gal Gadot, unfortunately, in this thing, and it was a real, the air getting sucked out of the room when she first appears in the trailer. It's just like, oh, okay, all right. Well, not everyone has to act in this movie, I guess. I mean, it looks fucking interesting to me.
What's going on, dude?
I don't know what's going on, which is what makes it sort of interesting, because the thumbnail is all I hadn't seen from this trailer until I actually sat down and watched the trailer, and they are not reflective of each other whatsoever. This movie looks completely different than what I thought it was going to be based on the fucking Netflix thumbnail. And I don't know what the hell is going on.
Super intrigued. This looks like it could be a banger of a movie.
It feels like it could be a banger of a movie, or it could be really slow and hard to watch. I don't know that there's an in-between for this one. I think it's a director who, Julian Schnabel. I don't know that I've seen anything he's done. I know The Diving Bell and the Butterfly, I heard very good things about. I remember that. It's been many years since that came around. Okay. He most recently did the 2018 film At Eternity's Gate, which was the Willem Dafoe as Vincent van Gogh movie.
That was a really good one. I never watched it, but I didn't see. It was a lot of awards, right? Or at least I mean, it was on my radar.
I think Dafoe got a lot of praise for sure. I don't know how the movie itself reviewed, but I know he might have been nominated for an Oscar.
It was on the radar for one of those artsy movies that I think I would like, but I never got around to watching.
Never got around to it. Yeah. Now it's been 8 years.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Pretty short filmography, but yeah, this movie, In the Hand of Dante.
They do this like black and white kind of deal, and kind of reminds me a little bit of that Hugh Jackman movie, The Fountain, a little bit.
Okay,
where like you have the same characters, like
through different time periods or different settings or whatever.
Yeah, doing different things, but kind of the same things. And it's I think it's really cool storytelling. We'll see if it's the same thing here. I know that The Fountain reviewed terribly, but it's probably like up there for like one of my favorite movies. Mm-hmm. At least it was the last time I watched it. And so this movie looks shot really, really well.
Yeah, mixture of obviously black and white and color sequences.
Yeah, really good shots and stuff. This movie looks. I'm a sucker for this kind of movie, so I think this is definitely going to be a good one. I'm excited about it.
Yeah. If it weren't for fucking Gal Gadot in this movie, I would be like all over it. But the good news is, it's on Netflix. It's pretty low investment. You probably already have Netflix. Fire it up, give it a chance. It's 2.5 hours, so it's a little bit of a longer film, but yeah, I mean, you don't even have to have the conversation of, I wish I could see this in a movie. I think it did get a limited release, but it's going to be on Netflix in a few days. Right. So yeah, and I don't know. Give it a try, I guess.
Maybe I will let you know.
Maybe you will let me know. I would appreciate that. I'm intrigued. I'm super intrigued by this. Like I said, I think it goes one of two ways, and I don't know which one it will go, but you don't know until you watch it, right? So
yeah, I'd like to at least know what the story's about, because it looks pretty wild. So we'll see.
Yeah. All right. Well, maybe we'll check back in on that on a future catching up. Also on Netflix, just one day later, June 25th, Season 2 of Avatar: The Last Airbender, the live-action incarnation. Neither of us watched Season 1. Is that
never watched it.
But obviously both of us have watched the animated show, the animated series, Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Did you finish that out?
I finished it. I haven't watched any of Korra.
Okay.
You haven't watched Korra either?
I've watched a season of Korra. I haven't finished Korra.
Okay. Yeah. All right. I couldn't remember exactly. And it has been insistent that I read the Avatar graphic novels that take place between the original animated series and before Korra. I think I read like 3 out of like 6. So that was a few years ago. So this is the live action thing. Looks very Netflix, I think, in terms of its visual style. Didn't watch season 1. It was kind of I don't know. What do you think about all that? I don't want to just monologue. I gotta sidestep it for now. What does this do anything for you? Let's go there.
It's funny. It reminds me of how good this the animated series was. Reminds me of how awesome it was when they do go to Ba Sing or whatever it's called. I think it's Ba Sing, right?
There's no war in Ba Sing Se.
Ba Sing Se. Yeah, that's it. That was so good. When they find is it Tong? I can't remember all the names.
Toph.
Toph. Yeah, when Toph learns to steel metal bend and all that. Oh man, just all the things that you kind of like. I don't know. You just kind of forget, I guess, over time. Just all the intricacies of the story. Even if like that's not what Toph looks like. That's like I don't know. It doesn't look like I just makes me want to watch the animated show. It doesn't make me want to watch this. But to somebody that's never seen the animated show, maybe this is what they get, and I don't know. I try not to be too negative because if it exposes them to a show that was made 30 years ago or 20 years ago or whatever, then that's cool, because it's a story worth telling. It's an excellent story.
Does it make sense? I hear what you're saying. Yeah, no, I agree with you. Like, I don't think there's like,
because this does not look good.
Of course, the original is going to be better. I think that I do think it looks faithful in the sense that like they are just doing a more or less straight adaptation of the story, which is good. And I think in the ways that you're saying, like, if you're not going to watch the animated series and this is the way you're absorbing the story, like, well, then it's a good story in theory. And so you're getting it that way. And like, good, you're being enriched for having this story in your life, which is good. But I do kind of feel like, why would you watch it this way if you have a choice? Like there's a novelty to it that I grant, in the same way that all the Disney stuff, from the animated to the live action, there's a novelty to it. But I think that I don't remember season 1, at least the trailers, because I didn't watch it. I thought they looked better, like more practical. This looks rough to me. Like the costuming looks cosplay-esque. The effects and like all of it just feels very glossy and digital in a way that just doesn't
I think
work.
That's the way season 1 looked too.
Yeah, and again, I didn't watch it, and maybe I'm just not remembering it correctly. I just don't remember it looking this. It's also just so drab. It's a colorful show, and I do remember that. It was very muted color palettes. I don't know. And it's not any disrespect to the actors or anything who seem like they're generally speaking well cast. Toph, I think they went older for some reason. I don't know. It just, I don't know. I can't. This, like, I've never really had this issue with all the live action things. I'm like, I don't really need this, but like, I get it. I guess the fucking Moana thing's probably the closest thing where it's just like, what are we doing here?
Well, the Moana thing is insulting. That's
I don't know if this is quite that bad, but it's not too far off either. Like it looks. I mean, that one looked faithful too, but this one looks faithful in certain ways. But I don't know. I just the look of it just really rubs me the wrong way. I just don't. Yeah. I don't like the way that it looks.
But it's interesting though. Like I said, it looks terrible. But then, of course, you're watching the story that made you interested. So it's
right. And I think as long as you like either treat this as a gateway to the original animated series, instead of in place of, or if you love the animated series, you just like are fascinated to see how they adapted in a live action space, and you want to see it for the novelty of it being live action and looking at like a sort of different thing. Like, that's fine. You do you. I don't think I need it. I clearly didn't need season 1 because I didn't watch it.
And I won't be watching season 2.
I don't think I'll be watching season 2. Yeah.
But I will say that Avatar: The Last Airbender is among some of the best animated works I've watched. It's so good.
Yes, would recommend that, and I very much do intend to watch Korra at some point. I just have to get on those damn graphic novels. So, all right, rounding out June 26th.
June's fucking loaded, dude.
June's loaded. I mean, we're not even talking about the other big ones, which are Toy Story 5, also coming out this weekend, and Supergirl, which we did mention coming out next weekend. But also coming out next weekend, June 26th, The Invite.
What the fuck is this movie? What the fuck is this movie? Where are these
film that she's directing? It's another A24. 2 A24s in June, right? Between this and Robin Hood. What is this movie all about? Because this trailer does not make it clear at all.
Swingers? What's going on here?
Maybe swingers, but that feels too obvious. It feels like there's got to be more to it than that. Interesting. It's an English language remake of the Spanish film The People Upstairs, which is a very different sort of title. I don't know. I don't know what that means.
It's got fucking Norton in it.
It's got Ed Norton. It's an interesting, if not quite eclectic, ensemble of people. Seth Rogen, Olivia Wilde, Penelope Cruz, and Ed Norton. I don't know. I think.
Man, who made this trailer? There's a lot, dude. I'll be honest with you. I mean, we got the. So I watched the In the Hand of Dante trailer. Well, first it was the Death of Robin Hood. I was like, oh man, this is some good shit. I don't know about the accents, but this looks pretty good. Looks like something I'd be interested in. Oh, I think it's already come out. It's fixing to come out. Probably won't be able to watch it because I got Blue Ridge and this and that. And then The Hand of Dante came out, or is coming out. Oh man, June's looking good. It's pumped up. I'm excited. And then we get this trailer. And what the fuck is this trailer? This is like one of the most artistic, awesome trailers I've seen in a long time. It's so good. This movie looks like something that's wildly entertaining. I don't know what's going on at all. The cast looks cool. I like how it's tight. It's 4 characters. You get 4 tight characters. You get it looks like seemingly one setting, which is cool.
Right. Yeah.
Which means it's going to be dialogue driven. It's going to be tight. It's going to be engaging. The cinematography in these, and just within the setting of this apartment looks so good. The lighting and just all of it. It just looks so good. I don't know. I don't know. It's ringing all my bells, or it's pushing all my buttons. I don't know how you would say it, but it looks like something that is. It looks like something very engaging to watch, and
yeah,
I'm here for it.
I like these 4. As actors, I feel like Olivia Wilde kind of missed. I think her last one was the Harry Styles one. Did she do one in between? Don't Worry, Darling. We didn't ever. I don't think either of us ever ended up watching it, but I kind of feel like it.
That was her debut, really, right?
Well, she did Booksmart in 2019, which I think was hilarious, which is a great movie with Caitlin Dever and Beanie Feldstein.
I never saw that one.
That one I really, really enjoyed. I kind of felt like, okay, here's another, Michael B. Jordan, maybe not like Vin Diesel, type of person who's known as being an actor, and is now branching out. Now she's directing, and holy shit, here's her fucking directorial debut, and it's incredible. And then she makes follow-up, and it's like, the buzz was not too hot on it. This one has a bit more buzz. I think the reviews seem to be pretty good so far. And it definitely looks intriguing, and like you said, the limited setting cast, it is going to be one would think a pretty tight sort of experience.
Like, how do you make a 2-hour movie interesting in one spot?
I don't know. I guess with talented people and a smart script, I think that's maybe all you really need. Like a play, like
yeah, right.
Could effectively be a play. Yeah, I don't know. I'm definitely intrigued.
Something about it was scratching an itch that I haven't had scratched in a while.
I feel like, I don't know. It reminded me of, I guess, of another A24 movie that came out earlier this year that I didn't quite see, which was The Drama. That one had like the hook of like Zendaya did something bad or whatever she says. The one everyone's just like shook. Everyone's shook in the room. This to me was missing a little bit of the hook like that, or it kind of like I don't want the movie told to me. I don't want the movie spoiled to me. This one was kind of just like, I don't know what the hell is going on, and I'm sure that's kind of the intent is to kind of keep you on your feet. I didn't think this quite had the full hook for me, but I am generally speaking interested enough to see what it's all about. I did like the editing of the trailer with the names popping up.
That's my favorite, dude.
That was cool. That was cool. I haven't really seen that.
You, and me.
Yeah,
that's pretty awesome.
I liked that a lot. That was quite fun. So I feel like a lot of times you see posters with the fucking wrong names above the heads because it's based on billing order, but they it's the worst. This was like, yes, this is artistic. This is great. So I did say this is coming out June 26th. That is true from a certain point of view. It's getting a limited release, and it will follow with a wide release on July 10th. So maybe,
well, not technically,
maybe.
I guess.
Technically, it's a June movie, but maybe theoretically, you could see it in July. Maybe we'll see. There's another thing coming out July 10th that maybe you'll be making your way to a theater for anyway. Double feature time.
Oh,
we'll see. All right. Any other thoughts on the invite?
No.
Should we move to July?
It's I thought it was a well-made trailer. I'm pretty excited about it. So that's it.
All right. Me too. Interested by it. Intrigued for sure. July 1st, season 2 of Marvel Animation's X-Men 97. It's
26 is a big year, dude. 26 is a big year.
And I feel like this is one where like we probably maybe mentioned it offhand at the beginning of the year, being like, yeah, I think this might be getting more season 2. But it's kind of just like an out of nowhere marketing blitz of like, here's a trailer. It's coming out in a few weeks. Like, I don't know. It's a sort of Netflix sort of shotgun marketing style, which is kind of fun. But I'm just like, holy shit, it's happening. And also, it's going to have 3 episodes on that day. Like it's...
man.
They're really just coming at the gates hot. 9 episodes total for the second season. So it'll probably be more or less week to week from that point. But the animation looks incredible. The story of it looks cool. Very apocalypse-centric. Looks like we're getting some new characters, that we didn't get a ton of focus on. Polaris and definitely, obviously some returning players too. Psyche and Rogue. And I don't know, man. It just looks... It looks
pretty fucking good.
It looks so fucking cool. It's colorful. It's bright. It's all the things that Avatar: The Last Airbender Netflix is not. Just like it's actually animated and it's colorful and it's fucking cool. And I don't know. It just looks. It brings me so much joy.
We're in the same boat, dude.
Holy shit! This is 2 weeks away. Like,
I remember
fucking cool.
sitting inside Bennett's playpen, crying like
that first season,
borderline
man.
Weeping.
And I will say, for anyone listening, this trailer within 10 seconds spoils season 1 in a pretty big way. So don't watch it if you don't, if you want to worry about that sort of thing. Go watch season 1 and be ready to be hurt. Be ready to be emotionally affected by a thing that you did not think was going to emotionally just destroy your fucking life.
It's
but it will,
man. It's potent. And this looks so good. I can't wait. I'm super excited. So I'm here for it.
Yeah, it's been 2 years already since
that's crazy.
Since season 1 came out.
I don't remember a lot of things. I'll be honest with you.
But that makes sense with what you're describing. But yeah,
before we went to Busch Gardens, I had to go to Busch Gardens after I watched that episode. You telling
us about that, yeah.
And I was down. Oof. Good show, dude. Good show. I'm excited about it. Season 2.
I'm excited. I'm really excited. Yeah, I'm giddy about it, man. How could you not be? How could you not be giddy about it? July 1st. We'll be getting more. 3rd season in the works as well. So this is not it. We're getting, this is the future on Disney Plus. It's just this revival of the animated series, the classic X-Men 90s animated series. Love it. Absolutely love it. Really, really excited. I think we'll be talking about it more if I had to guess. So
definitely.
All right. Maybe something that we'll talk about after it comes out on July 10th is Evil Dead Burn. We talked about, I think, the first teaser that they put out where it was kind of the one shot in the house. This is an official trailer. I think I linked the Red Band one if I did it correctly.
You did, yes.
I don't know how red bandy it was, I would say. Maybe not. Maybe don't show it to your kids.
It wasn't Evil Dead.
Wasn't quite up to the caliber of depraved shit that we've seen from this franchise in the past. That may still be in the movie, of course. But more here. We get a little bit more of I guess kind of, different pieces of this movie, what it's about. Obviously, it's an Evil Dead movie. It's quintessentially an Evil Dead movie. Evil Dead things happen. There's a Book of the Dead, and then Deadites are around, and then bad things tend to happen to people when the Deadites are around. It's a version of that. But what do you think? Is this working for you? Do you have thoughts, feelings about it?
What I will say is, it doesn't
put the tines of your fork down in your dishwasher. Is that what?
Yeah. Oh, sticking the knives. Well, I guess I stick my knives point up. I guess I can't say that, but what I will say is, I watched Red Band trailer for an Evil Dead movie quite a long time ago. And I watched this Red Band trailer, and it doesn't feel as gnarly as.
Yeah, it's definitely, and again, it's like maybe they're holding back a little bit. But they're for not, a Red Band, like it should be. I don't know.
Maybe they're holding back. I don't know.
Because I feel like Rise definitely had some stuff I feel like that they withheld in the marketing that one, when you watched it, felt pretty full on in terms of, like even the beginning sequence and then like all this stuff and, there's kids getting killed and shit. Like it was pretty gnarly, I think, at the end of the day. So this one could be too.
And the Evil Dead, the Evil Dead, didn't they show her cutting her tongue open with the slicing her tongue?
Yeah, I think
in the Red Band trailer. Splitter. That was pretty gnarly, dude. I
think you might be right. Yeah, pretty gnarly. I think this looks pretty entertaining. Looks very. I mean, it looks pretty Evil Dead, and I think that there's a lot of potential here.
I like Evil Dead stuff, dude. I like Evil Dead stuff. It's a lot of fun. I like
Evil Dead stuff. I like that, like every couple of years we kind of get a weird sort of different take on the franchise. Like I think it's been kind of a fun approach that I think has worked thus far.
This one almost looks like it's a prequel to the one Evil Dead Rise with the boat sequence. Did you notice that?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, maybe, yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. I'm here for it. It's an Evil Dead movie. I'll watch it for sure. I'm excited about it. I actually, if you're maintaining a active catching up section for me, we might also say that I watched an Evil Dead like movie recently called.
I'll add it to my notes.
Lee Cronin's The Mummy.
Oh, you checked it out. All right, I'm going to put it in there so you don't forget. Lee Cronin Mummy and Cars. We'll come back to Cars. Maybe the Pixar movies. We'll see. TBD.
TBD.
This looks good. So Evil Dead, July 10th. I plan to see it in theaters. We'll see if it's one that if I can. You can slot in, of course, if you can. Easier said than done, but July 15th. Well, I know you're going to be seeing something a week later. We'll get to that. First, July 15th, another series over on Apple TV is called Lucky. Anya-Taylor Joy, when she's not being an elf in Lord of the Rings, is in this crime drama, which also stars Timothy Oliphant and Annette Bening, based on a book, I would assume, of the same name, but I don't know that for a fact. She's like on the run, and maybe there's some money that's maybe once was in her possession, not so much anymore. I don't know. Let's see. 2 episodes coming July 15th, debuting weekly until August 19th. I don't know what that math adds up to. Don't ask me questions, but that's what I can tell you. That's all the information I have for you right now. Did this intrigue you? Maybe you've seen a little splash page for this on your Apple device, but yeah. Anything here for you?
No, Lucky? Not really. Not okay. A whole lot.
All right.
I kind of felt like it was like Crime 301, Crime 101.
Crime 101. Okay.
I didn't get a whole lot from it.
Right.
Were you excited about it?
Not. I mean, I like both Anya-Taylor Joy and I like Timothy Oliphant.
I like both those people.
Just
That's
fine.
True. Or both, all three of those people. I agree.
But yeah, I think maybe there's a little. It felt a little generic, I guess, in some ways. It didn't look bad. It looked, well shot and like probably good enough. I don't know. I mean, I didn't.
In the world of,
I don't know.
When I'm presented with the Cape Fear trailer, the Furious trailer, the Death of Robin Hood trailer, the Hand of Dante trailer, the Invite trailer.
If we're stacking it up to everything else we've talked about thus far, I would agree that this definitely feels more generic. I mean, I guess the one thing I kind of feel like Apple TV puts out pretty, like every TV show they've put out has been like pretty good. Their movies, I think, have more misses overall, but TV wise, it seems, not that I've watched it all, but just review wise, everything, like they seem to do really well on the TV side of things. Maybe that means they're bound for a miss from time to time, but also maybe that means that like, hey, this could be pretty good, even if it is kind of a version of a thing we've seen before, potentially. So, but I do agree the Crime 101 comparisons are not unfounded. I don't know. I'll wait for reviews on this one. I don't need it. It could be fine. There's lots of other things that I could be watching. It doesn't get me giddy in the way that X-Men does, obviously.
We'll see. We'll see what it's about.
Could be something. Could be fun. We've got three more previews. I know you're excited about this next one. And I know that because we've been doing mythological trivia questions to commemorate this film's release for many months now, since maybe the beginning of the year. That film, of course, is The Odyssey, making its way to theaters, IMAX, Dolby, everything, 70 millimeter. July 17th, we got a new trailer for it, which is, I think, our first... real first proper look at it past that initial teaser, where we're getting more of, just more of everything. We're seeing a little bit more of the casting, and we're seeing more of the locations, the kind of, a little bit more of the plot being given to people who aren't familiar with the Odyssey. Do I even need to ask? But
dude,
are you pretty excited?
Yeah, man. I mean... It looks like it's got a lot of the touchstones of the story. I think you would probably know better than me because you're like, right now you're in it, right? Have you finished it? I am in it.
I haven't finished it. I am in, Odysseus is telling of his tales that happened after the fall of Troy. And right now he is telling about what happened when he went into a cave with a one-eyed Cyclops by the name of Polyphemus, and there's some people getting eaten. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, that happens. That is the thing that happens.
So that's where I'm at right now in terms of reading Homer's The Odyssey. We do see what looks to be a Polyphemus carrying what looks like a very small man, but is probably a regular sized man because he's a big Cyclops in this trailer. But there's lots of big people in it. There's big people in armor. There's big one-eyed people. There's there might be other big people somewhere, but yeah.
It's like a whole thing, man.
Tickets are on sale. There's an old man. There's Robert Pattinson. There's we're now coming back to this. A month after this trailer dropped, there's a lot of feelings on the dialogue. The use of dad as opposed to father.
Stop,
daddy. Like just kind of sort of a modernization of dialogue.
Who was saying this? Why are people getting to get fucking internet? Jesus Christ. You're right. Father sounds better than dad or daddy, but at the same time, like
everyone's got an American accent.
Can we get the point?
I think it's fine because it's like
can we get the point?
Usually it's everyone's British and obviously these people weren't fucking British. I don't know.
Don't get me wrong.
I know that you're excited. I'm not trying to yuck your yum. I'm just these are the things. This is the banter. This is the discourse.
I think that I don't know. We'll see. If it's too distracting, I guess it pulls away from it. But at the same time, if it allows, like it's the same reason why they have different interpretations of the Bible, right? Like you have King James version,
right?
Right, but at the same time, like you can have like different versions that allow people to enjoy, like not enjoy, but I mean I guess enjoy a thing, and it allows more people to receive what you're trying to say. As long as you don't pull away from like the intent of what the original person was trying to convey, then what's the problem? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, right. Like, I guess it's arguably anachronistic in some ways in terms of like what they're saying, but like, so is the fact that they're speaking in English. So like, there's so many things that like, like yes, a line has to be drawn somewhere. You cannot have everyone speaking ancient Greek. It's just not going to happen. Obviously,
what's the thrust of the story? Can you convey it to a modern audience?
And I agree with that. I am in the midst of reading it. I'm not a purist in the sense of like there's just no way to adapt the Odyssey completely one for one straight up. It's just not possible. Just the structure of it, the way that the story is told, the way the dialogue is told is just not adaptable in that form. It has to be modified.
What have you extracted from the story so far? From what you've
Well, funnily enough, there was a whole little thing that Odysseus tells about Hephaestus and his little, because he finds out that Aphrodite and Ares are stacking up, and Hephaestus is not a big fan of that, and that tied into our mythological trivia question from the last episode where Hephaestus and Aphrodite are an item, but she's up to shenanigans. Let's put it that way.
That's right.
He binds them to his bed with chains and embarrasses them. It's pretty good. That's not my only takeaway. But that is kind of the nature of the thing where it's just like, and then here's fucking 3 pages of this happened, and like here's a little story about, other things happening and
keeps you on your toes a little bit, right? While you're reading it.
Yeah. I don't know. I've still got a lot more story to go. I think I'm still a little bit less than halfway through, but approaching the halfway point. At least in terms of the books, chapters, however you want to classify them. I don't know. I don't want to read into anything too much. I'm still absorbing it, but I did finally move past the initial points of the Telemachus story, which was obviously Tom Holland in this, and then, moving into Odysseus being, kind of the focal point.
Dude just wants to go home, man.
He just wants to go home, man. He's had some trials and tribulations on the way.
Over 10 years of fighting. I don't know. I think it's going to be a remarkable story.
I think it will be true to the spirit of the poem. I think, to me, and I'm sure Anna will disagree with me and have thoughts and feelings, because something that she's spent so much more time with and has,
she's
invalidly has thoughts and feelings. Someone coming into it from, a relatively new perspective, I don't mind that Nolan's making changes. I mean, I can question dad, father. I can question, like, the armor design still feels a little weird to me and a little clunky. But I have confidence that this will be a beautifully shot epic film. Like, just under, I think it's officially clocking in at just under 3 hours.
It's a big one,
I think what it needs to be. I think it could have eclipsed 3 hours, and I think that would have been completely valid. I think it's going to be a fucking ride. I think it's going to be an experience in the way that, like, Dunkirk was an experience. It was a sub 2 hour experience, but it felt like you just, went through something
harrowing. Yes.
I think this will feel similarly. Like, it will. I think you will get locked in. I think, to me, the dialogue's not going to bother you 15, 20 minutes in.
No.
If you can get used to Alita's big fucking eyes in Battle Angel, you can get used to Dad. You can get used to some modern.
Said. Yes, exactly.
Stuff. You know what I mean? And I think you're. I have.
I think you're going to yearn for home. Once
you're in it, you're going to sink into it. I do think that, like, it will this is the kind of film that, especially if you're seeing it at IMAX, if you're seeing it in any sort of premium format, I think it's kind of going to wash over you, and, like, you're not going to know that those 3 hours have passed until like you're done. And, like, I'm hoping that. I mean, obviously this is maybe somewhat wishful thinking, but Nolan's that kind of filmmaker that has that capability that can do that. Like, I can tell from watching this that it looks really good. Like, visually, shot entirely with IMAX cameras. Never been done before.
It's going to be harrowing. You're going to yearn for home. And then when homie gets set back 10 years because of whatever, you're going to feel for it, because I have a feeling that he's going to set it like the home is going to yearn for the king, and the king's going to yearn for the home. You know what I mean? So I think there's going to be, like, this kind of, like, push and pull, I guess, or I think it's going to be I think he's going to crush the storytelling. I really do.
I think so too, and I think that it's going to have its share of criticisms, fairly or unfairly, whether it's, again, dialogue, designs, maybe choices made in terms of cutting things. Like, it's probably going to cut things.
You paint a crosshair on your back when you tell a story that's 4,000 years old or some shit.
It's a pretty fucking bold thing to do this, and this is a story that hasn't really been done with this scale before. And Nolan's a very particular type of filmmaker. I think that it's going to be authentically his vision, and that vision may not be for everyone, and it may be at odds with what people might expect or want out of this. But I think it's going to be something compelling. I think if you can buy into it, I think it's going to be something worth experiencing.
And similar to my Avatar thing, do you think that, would you rather the thing be made to expose the masses to a story that they wouldn't necessarily know, right? Would you rather take the concessions to tell the story, right, to a modern audience, or would you rather the story not be told at all? And then this is like, I mean,
if nothing else, like, yes, like with the Avatar, like, even if you don't like this, it could be a gateway to go read the fucking thing. You know, there's translations of it. You know, you can find one that works for you. You know, and you can experience it as close as to the way that the way that it was intended. Obviously, can't read it in the original language. Most people can't, but you know, like this could serve that purpose, if nothing else, and that's okay too. You know, or maybe you just really like this thing, and it's okay, and it's enough for you. Or you go watch I think there was a mini series they did on TV in the late 90s. That could be something, you know what I mean?
Right.
Or you go watch Oh Brother, Where Art Thou?
There we go.
The inspiration, you know, which was inspired by it, you know. So, yeah, I don't know, but
it's coming.
It's a big fucking swing from Nolan, who, generally speaking, hits a lot more than he misses, and I don't know that he's ever really truly whiffed. You know, maybe there's been some weaker contact. You know, I feel like I did baseball metaphors on the Mando.
Yeah, it's been consistent.
It's baseball season, so you know, so it goes. But I don't know. Maybe it won't be a home run, but I think it very well could be.
It's going to be a home run, bro. Home run, calling it right now.
All right, calling your shot, Babe Ruth over there. Great Bambino. All right. Any other thoughts for you on the Odyssey?
No, I'm fucking stoked. It's going to be movie. Well, maybe not movie of the year. We have a Dune coming out, but
have you bought your tickets yet? Because you might want to.
No, I have not.
Depending on how you're seeing it. I
got to go to Orlando.
We have LIMAX tickets. We have LIMAX because we would like to see it in 70 millimeter IMAX, but those things went so fast. Like we could buy a okay seat for 2:15 a.m. and it's just like, what are we doing here? What do we do? I don't even care if that's a Saturday. Like that's just not the right way to experience this.
Well, you don't have kids. You could do that.
I could do it, but I don't want to do it. You know, because then I still have to drive 40 minutes on the back end.
That's true. Yeah, that's true. It's the equivalent of seeing a 2:15 movie in Orlando.
But I think they only have tickets on sale for the 70 millimeter IMAX for the first 2 weeks, and I think it's going to get an extended run past that. So I think the first time viewing for me will be LIMAX. I would love to see it a second time, assuming I like it, and want to see it again in a 70 millimeter IMAX. That's my hope. That's my aspiration. We'll see if it works out. But
yeah, we'll see. I don't know how I'm going to see it yet. We'll see.
Well, you got a little bit of time. You got about a month to figure it out. But I think it's safe to say we'll be seeing it.
Yes, no doubt. Definitely a covered movie.
Probably spend many hours talking about it if I had to speculate. But if I could predict the future, if I was an oracle that could see the future, I would predict just that. All right, are you ready to talk about these last two?
Let's do it.
2 previews we've got.
What do we got here?
Next trailer. I didn't even watch this trailer because I want to spoil things for myself, but I suspect that you watched the official teaser for Ted Lasso season 4.
I did. I'll let the audience know that after recording every episode of the podcast, I wake up like Ted Lasso within the first 2 seconds of this teaser. That's what I look like every morning. I think that so I think I've been on record in the past saying that the last season of Ted Lasso wrapped up very, very effectively. It
was intended, I think, to be it for Ted Lasso.
I don't need any more. But what we have here appears to be a very effective, like, okay, I can understand why we're here. And so that's okay. As long as you have a story to tell and it makes sense with what you've told so far, I don't have an issue with it. As long as it doesn't feel like a money grab. And this doesn't feel like that, so I'm here for it. Seasons 1 through 3 of Ted Lasso, some of the best television you can watch. I stand behind it. And that's somebody that doesn't watch a lot of sports stuff. It's totally irrelevant that it's a sport thing. It's just very well written television, well executed. And if season 4 can continue it, that's awesome. I hope it can. Otherwise, please don't fucking start it. It always worries me when stuff like this happens. But the teaser looks like something worth telling, so we'll see what we get.
I mean, it's basically everyone back in the saddle. It doesn't necessarily mean that it'll be good, but it does, it feels like they know they ended it, like they would only bring it back not just because, well, it's popular and we could do more of it, and why not? But like, it had been a few years. It kind of just feels like everyone wouldn't have, like, surely everyone would not sign back on unless it was like, hey, this is okay,
something worth making.
I was also skeptical, but now I understand what we're thinking with this 4th season, and I'm in. So I'm hoping that's what it will be. Maybe it won't reach perhaps the lofty heights of the original 3 seasons, but as long as it stands there and it's not this fucking outlier of dog shit, then it justifies its existence. It's premiering August 5th, if I haven't said that already. 10 episodes, so it'll run through October. I think I have said this maybe even the last episode. Anna and I have decided this is the year we finally give Ted Lasso its due.
Oh my God, you're going to do it.
We're going to do it. We're finishing up Shrinking first. We're about halfway-ish through the 3rd season, which is the most recent season that started earlier this year. And then Ted Lasso's on deck. We're going to do it. I don't know if we'll be caught up by August 5th, but I think we'll be hopefully caught up by the end of this season.
You'll probably run right through it.
I think we probably will. I have a suspicion that we will probably love it and enjoy it just as much as you did, and we'll be kicking ourselves for waiting so long. But we will have the benefit, I guess, of going right into new content that hopefully lives up to what people loved about those first 3 seasons. So I'm excited to get into it. I didn't watch this teaser because I didn't know if it would spoil anything major about those first 3 seasons that we're about to dive into. So I didn't want to, do that to ourselves. But really excited to get into it finally. And I'm sure that, you're probably excited to be able to talk about it with me a little bit more.
Yeah, for sure. It's something worth talking about. There's a lot of story beats and whatnot that, as you experience it, if we can pepper them into the catching up section, it might be fun to talk about.
Yeah, for sure. Well, yeah. If you want to rewatch it too, go for it. Yeah, that's up to you.
Tall order.
Tall order. Maybe when everyone's a little bit older and can appreciate it a bit more. And it will maybe theoretically actually be done by that point. Anyway, we got one last preview. It's for Lanterns, the HBO Max series in the DC universe. It is premiering August 16th. We've actually gotten a couple teasers for it now. I think I linked the most recent teaser that we got about a month ago from recording. Kyle Chandler is Hal Jordan, a Green Lantern. Aaron Pierre is John Stewart, also a Green Lantern. We also see at one point in this trailer Nathan Fillion's Guy Gardner, also
the Green Lantern. What the fuck is going on?
And so it makes sense that this series is called Lanterns. Anyway, I say that, but it's a pretty grounded looking show. Not a whole lot of Green Lanterning happening, a little bit in the beginning, a little bit, but it seems to be pretty earthbound and grounded and stuff. But, I would say still intriguing so far without knowing too much. It is, of course, just a teaser. How are you feeling about Lanterns? We're just
Lanterns could
couple
be
months out.
Yeah, I think it looks like it'd be a pretty good show. Looks well acted. I like the reoccurring, like, are you scared or whatever he says? I can't remember.
Oh yeah, are you afraid or something?
Are you afraid? Yeah. And I don't know. I don't know a whole lot about Green Lanterns. I know that the ring draws off willpower, I think is what it is. And it's about really all I know. That I know that the Green Lantern usually draws ridiculous shit,
yes,
just does ridiculous shit with his ring. That's right. Cool.
Big fists, big hammers, hot Wheels tracks if you're Ryan Reynolds, stuff like that.
Yeah,
machine guns.
It's cool. I mean, as long as you can make it narratively relevant, that's cool. This looks a lot more grounded than that.
Yeah,
definitely. I think Chandler does well, you don't know magic, but it's like a force of will kind of deal, and it's like a bubble, and that's cool. That's kind of like
himself.
Yeah, that's kind of like what I picture. That's cool. But I don't know. We'll see what we get. I haven't watched a whole lot of the HBO Max. I think I started Penguin, but that's I haven't watched almost anything out of the DC television stuff. So
sure, yeah.
I need to push into that kind of deal.
Yeah, I mean, I think this is the first live action entry on the TV side in the James Gunn DC universe. Obviously, the Penguin is kind of part of that splintered off Matt Reeves Batman-averse. So this is a little bit more tied into, the Superman and the Supergirl and Creature Commandos and those things. I guess Clayface coming out later this year is also tied into that. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, and this has kind of since the inception been described as a True Detective-esque type of show. I definitely can see that in terms of it being pretty grounded looking. But the idea of True Detective with fucking space cops who have green energy ring powers, it's pretty cool. We don't really see a ton of that. I don't think we really still know quite what the big True Detective-esque mystery is, that's driving the plot. But that's okay. I mean, I'm intrigued by the setup of it and the casting, I think is pretty inspired. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not blown away by what we've seen so far, but I like the concept of it enough that I think I'm willing to engage with it. You know what I mean? I'm hoping that, we'll probably still get one fuller trailer that maybe will give us a better idea of what it's all about. But
looks better than what I was expecting, I guess.
But yeah, yes. Yeah, I think there's a way to make a shit version of this show, and I think if nothing else, this doesn't look shit. This looks... It has potential. It has potential, I think. So, August 16th, I guess it'll be Ted Lasso and Lantern season for me, assuming I'm caught up on Ted Lasso. If nothing else, it'll just be Lantern season. But any other thoughts? Any other thoughts on these previews?
No, that's about it.
Previews you want to talk about? You want to add another 6 into the bunch? Stay here for another hour?
No. We're good.
All right. Well, are you good to hear about the listener's corner?
Oh shit! Yeah. What have we got?
I've got some fun entries here. Some tie into actually things we've both been up to. Bruce Brown, the one and only, wrote in to talk about. Let's see, 5 things. 5 things on the listener's corner. First, he chimed in on a movie called Apex.
Oh shit! Okay, what do we got on that?
He says, not great, but entertaining and beautiful scenery.
Okay.
And then, quote unquote, bad Elton, which I'm assuming is the reference to Taron. Obviously being someone who played Elton John once upon a time in Rocket Man, and he's bad in this. So I don't know if he's actually doing a little bit of an Elton John sort of performance.
No,
with that character.
No. Well, I mean, I wouldn't know, but I would say I would agree with bad Elton. I would agree with that.
He's bad Elton. Yeah. Okay. All right. So what do you think? Yeah, I feel like that's more or less in line with
Definitely.
Your general thoughts of it.
100% in agreement. Does make you want to visit the national park, though. Okay. The park that it's shot in, it's beautiful. But what else do we got?
We also have Shrinking, a show that I've been watching that I just mentioned in context of, it being the one that we need to finish before Ted Lasso. It says all 3 seasons, excellent, great show. I am 2.5 seasons in, and I would agree. Wholeheartedly would definitely recommend it to listeners. Would recommend it to you as well. I think we've said this before, but it's the same creator as Ted Lasso, so I think there's a little bit of crossover there.
Okay.
Definitely would recommend it. Jason Segel, Harrison Ford. Yeah, those are like the two bigger leads, and they're just so funny and fantastic together. Final season of The Boys. Not my favorite season, but it certainly wrapped things up for the most part. Says overall it was a very good show. Have you watched any of that new season, the final season?
Not yet.
Haven't gone in at all? Not even started?
Not even started. Okay.
Well, me neither. So, all right. I wasn't sure. I thought maybe you would, well, once upon a time in a if it aired a few years ago, perhaps things would have gone differently, but.
You mean like immediately once it drops?
Yeah. Well, probably back when the era of seasons 1, 2, and 3, when those came out, we probably watched them right when it dropped, and then life gets in the way.
Oh, well, then season 4 happens too. Season 4 was
maybe your enthusiasm's waned a little bit. Yeah, that's entirely possible. I don't know. I didn't watch season 4. It's on the list.
It's not the best.
We'll get around to it eventually. Let's see. Number 4 on the list, Widow's Bay. Another Apple TV series. I don't think we ever talked about a trailer for this.
No,
this started in
looks
April.
pretty good.
10 episodes for this as well. He says, really good. I like it. A bit of horror, humor, and it moves along nicely. So if you're looking for another one that I think probably at this point is fully wrapped up, it just finished yesterday. Yeah. So he wrote this before it technically ended, but I'm assuming Mr. Brown, you write us a follow-up email if they really fucked it in the end. But, hopefully that, it wrapped up in a way that was in line with everything else you enjoyed prior to that point. And then finally, the new Matlock. Not great. Not sure why it is popular. Old Matlock was great. This one is not as great.
That's some PBS shit, right? Matlock? I feel like Matlock was on PBS or something.
The original was probably at least at one point on PBS. The new one is on CBS. And yeah, it's I know he's written in about it before, or at least I've talked to him about it before. Maybe I'm conflating the two, but I think it's in its second season now, and it was kind of like I think it was advertised as being like a new version of Matlock, but then it turns out like it's not. It was something different. She's like taking on a persona or something like that, and like there's a different reason of why she's doing what she's doing, and like the original Matlock is actually a thing in the show. I don't know if that's a spoiler to say. It's in the second season. I think anyone that gives a fuck at this point has at least checked it out. But I don't know. It's always struck me as odd. I don't know. It's just I don't know. Not for him, clearly. Not for me, clearly, because I haven't watched it. And I would say not for you, clearly, because you haven't watched it and you don't even know what the fuck it is. So, anyway, there you go. That's the listener's corner. So now it's your turn. I've got a couple of things penciled in on my list.
Oh, fabulous. That's a good way to do it.
Let's just remind me. Well, I've got Cars and I've got Lee Cronin's The Mummy on your list.
So we're going to start with Cars. Cars, which to my recollection, I can never remember Cars like resonating with me emotionally.
Okay, so it is in fact Pixar's Cars that you've watched.
Yes.
Is it the first movie?
Yeah, just the first movie. We watched the first movie.
All right, just wanted to clarify.
And it resonated with me.
Lightning McQueen.
Lightning McQueen. Yep, Lightning McQueen. And Sarah took a picture of me, teary-eyed,
Cars is hitting you. It's like the most maligned fucking Pixar movie, but god damn it. Even that one's getting to you.
Yeah. And so we watched another one called Hoppers.
Oh, I want to watch this one. Fucking Avatar with beavers.
Dude, fuck me up big time. Yeah.
Oh, man. Because it's now streaming on Disney+. I assume that's how you watched it.
Yeah, just give me 2 seconds. I think it'll be a good reaction on the podcast here. So Sarah sent this picture to my sister, and just make sure I save it. Ever since Cars, Sarah's taken to sending me or just taking pictures of me when I'm having emotional moments. It's pretty fucked.
Probably build a whole collage at a certain point.
Yeah, right, fun. Exactly. So that's coming to you over your phone there.
Oh, you're sending it to me. Okay, I thought you were going to show it to me over the webcam. All right. Well, I have to describe it. I wouldn't post this on the socials. That would be mean. But I will describe it for the pod. I mean, first of all, you look enthralled. I mean, you're in. You are absolutely locked the fuck in.
Drop jawed.
And there's definitely a tear coming out of the left eye. It's dribbling down a little bit, you know.
One single tear
hasn't fallen down the face, down the cheek just yet, but it's there. And
it's leaking.
I looks a little watery still. There's potential for more, but hasn't happened yet. So what was this moment? Spoil this 20-year-old movie, like for anyone that
that's Hoppers. That's from Hoppers.
Don't spoil that one then. Okay, well, just describe. Like, is that like the most emotional moment in the movie?
Sarah said that Hoppers is definitely a movie for me. It's very much a Studio Ghibli movie kind of deal.
Oh, okay.
Where it's a lot of like nature being pulled away and this and that, and like the balance of
I think it's got some strong environmentalism themes, right?
Exactly, and it pulled in a big way. I highly recommend it. I don't know how well it was reviewed or what have you. I think it definitely has some pacing issues.
I think it got good reviews. I think, if I'm not mistaken, I wanted to see it. I just
it's pretty. It's pretty.
It was like, all right, well, I guess I'll wait. And now it's on Disney+, so I'm out of excuses.
Yeah, it's pretty damn solid, though. I would say it's very solid. A little bit of pacing issues here and there, but I think overall it's a good movie. I think it carries a good message, and I think it's for me it was emotionally resonant. I think it was a good movie. I also watched Lee Cronin's The Mummy.
On the complete other end of the spectrum of movies that exist in this world.
We had Stephen and Haley came over.
Okay.
And it was kind of like hey, they're coming over. You know, everybody's coming over, and that's cool. And we had an awesome time. But we put the boys. It's been a struggle. We used to hang out very frequently. We used to have game nights and this and that. And since Sarah and I've had the babies, and their kids have gotten older as well. It's just been like a balancing act. We've been hanging out less frequently, which sucks. Okay. But they came over, and we were able for the first time to settle the boys down in the bed to watch their own movie.
Oh,
so we put
adults go off and watch Lee Cronin's.
Exactly. We put the boys in watching the.
All right, what were the boys watching?
The boys were watching Toy Story.
Awesome.
And they were 100% in it. We had them on the baby monitor, and all four boys were not four, all three boys, because Bobo was
he's just there for the ride.
Yeah, Bobo was in his room, but we put the three boys in there, and it's so funny because they said they could hear scary noises coming from the living room. Yeah, it's hilarious. But we watched Lee Cronin's The Mummy, dude, and I'll tell you, I was pretty down on it. On the trailers.
You were up on it, and then you were down on it, and then we didn't see it in theaters, and then here we are.
And I'll tell you that it's the acknowledged Evil Dead movie is what it is.
Yeah.
And it was good.
Evil Dead with a little bit Egyptian trappings, I guess.
Yeah, and it had enough Evil Dead it had enough Egyptian trappings to be cool or whatever, Sumerian or some shit. I don't know. But it was.
But you dug it.
Yeah, it was.
All right.
I thought it was pretty good.
How did you watch it? Was this a VOD rental?
Yeah. I think I paid $10 and rented it. I think on
Gotcha.
4K or whatever. I don't
know if it was streaming yet.
Well, it was one of those deals where they were talking about going home. Hey, we're fixing to go home and stuff. It's like, what if we put the kids in the bed and see if they could watch a movie, and we can watch a movie? And they were like, "Yeah, that sounds real good." I'm like, "All right, let's do it. Let's see if we can get away with it." And so it took. I think the movie technically was probably 45 minutes longer than what it should because we had kids running out in between or whatever, and we had dialing in.
Well, I think that's something I read. Like, I think the movie itself was also over 2 hours, which is kind of long.
It is a little long. It's definitely longer than Toy Story.
What it is, generally speaking. So,
so it took a little bit of work, but we did make it work, which is pretty exciting. We had a fabulous time having like 2 hours of straight, just like regular adult time. And we watched a scary movie, and Haley got sick. She had to like go to the bathroom because it was so gory, which I found wildly entertaining.
So you like that part?
I like that part.
That upped the experience for you
for sure. And I would, I know that I was up and I was down, but I will say that I will leave up. I think it was. I think it was good.
I want to check it out. I think it's probably at this point, like it'll probably be on HBO at some point this year. Like that feels like when I'll probably slide in. And
it was a lot of fun to watch with some people. So if you can find some people to watch it with, it's pretty engaging.
Well, I know I guess I'll have to settle for Obi because I know the other person that lives in this household is absolutely not going to want to watch it. So
yeah,
maybe we'll see.
Definitely some gory stuff. We watched Hoppers, we watched Cars, we watched that Dallas Cheerleaders, new season of Dallas Cheerleaders or whatever the fuck they call it, America's Sweethearts, I think is what they actually call it. Anyways, that's out on Netflix. We watched episode 1 last night. I'm here for it. Another good season of it. I think it's very interesting. Those girls are getting paid now, which is cool. And that's a good show on Netflix. I don't know if you've ever watched it, but it's pretty good.
Can't say that I have, no.
I got the magic stuff going, which is cool. A lot of magic stuff going. But I think that's it.
You've been busy over there. I can't say the same for myself. We were up in New York this past weekend, took a couple days off from work, which was nice. Visiting the in-laws and went up for a wedding shower up there, which was fun, which was nice. I read a little bit. I've already kind of talked about what I've been reading, and I don't know, just hung out mostly. But I did watch. I downloaded a movie to watch on the car ride home when it was not my turn to drive, and that movie was Mortal Kombat Legends: Scorpion's Revenge.
Oh fuck yeah, dude!
Because you've been trying to get me in on these animated Mortal Kombat movies. And
what'd you think about that?
All right, give it a go. It was pretty fun. It was pretty violent. I think I guess I shouldn't be surprised because it's fucking Mortal Kombat. But I like they did the X-ray stuff and everything, and I was just like, oh, this is like fully Mortal Kombat shit, which was pretty cool. Lots of people getting split into multiple pieces and decapitated and all that stuff. Definitely not safe for the children, but no. And I thought it was going to be more of just straight up Scorpion story, and it is definitely Scorpion focused, but it was kind of Scorpion focused while it being kind of the classic story of the first tournament that we see with Liu Kang and Johnny Cage and Sonya. I had fun with it. I thought, I enjoyed it quite a bit. I want to watch the other ones now for sure. I think we talked about it a little bit. I guess really since our Mortal Kombat episode, but I think there's 4 total. I'll probably put them all on my list to check out at some point. I'm still playing Mortal Kombat X in the story mode on that. Finished the comics. So yeah, I'm still kind of in Mortal Kombat like brain a little bit. The enthusiasm has waned a little bit since watching Mortal Kombat 2, but I don't know. It feels like a good time to just kind of keep pressing on with all of these things, and I'm enjoying things so far. So inevitably, I'll either get burnt out or give up at a certain point. But for now, I'm gonna keep trucking. So I don't know that I've been up to anything else. I think I'd have to struggle.
That's good, dude.
There's movies I've want to see, in theaters, but I haven't, had tickets for Disclosure Day that I
Oh yeah, I did.
It was like the day after we got back from New York, and we were just both like, no, we just can't do it. We just can't. So I do want to see it.
Looks like a banger.
Toy Story's coming out. Supergirl's coming out. Like, there's a lot of things that I'd like to see. I don't think we're going to cover all those things. There's just we just can't do it. But
I don't feel so bad then. I
don't have the kids. I don't have the excuses. I have a job, and I have, sometimes we travel and stuff like that. And there's no AMC's up in New York where we go, so that makes it a pain in the ass to see movies up there. Otherwise, it probably would. So yeah, I don't know.
There's a shit ton of stuff coming out, and if the listeners' corner can pick up some of that extra weight, that'd be great.
Pick up the slack. Yeah, tell us about the things that we don't have the time to check out or capacity to check out, whatever. I'm hoping that I will still find the time to watch all these things. I mean, I know I'm definitely going to watch Supergirl because, here's what it is. It's always easy when your wife wants to watch things.
Yeah, 100%.
It's always easy. So Supergirl's going to happen for sure. We missed Masters of the Universe too.
Yeah.
That's
who the fuck wants to watch that? I don't want to watch that.
See, I would watch that just to be like, yeah, why not? But then I'm like, yeah,
true.
But then I'm like, but it's like
we
2.5 hours, and I'd have to go to a theater, and then it's 3+ hours when you're done, commuting to the theater and then coming back, and it's just like, I don't know, or I could just be at home and not do anything, and just be at home with my family. Like, I guess that's pretty cool too. Or I could watch fucking Jared Leto being Skeletor, and have to explain to my wife after the fact, like, no. See,
it was worth my time.
Kind of fun because the whole thing was like tongue in cheek, man. I don't know. Yeah. So anyway, some things are a harder sell than others, but I'm sure you know.
Keep that shit in your pocket for the big ones. I'm going to watch fucking the Odyssey. I'm going to watch the Odyssey.
Odyssey is don't fuck with me sort of movie. Everything else, like, all right, well,
got to pick your battles.
I can watch X-Men at home. I can watch this weird fucking Dante movie on Netflix. Like, I'll be fine.
Right, but I am leaving to watch the Odyssey. I'm going on an adventure. I'm going all the way out to the pub.
It's going to take you 10 years to come back after you've seen it, but
I come back a different man. It's too late. We need to go to bed.
Yes, we do. We're going to wrap it up there because I truly have not done anything else that's worth talking about. Thank you all for listening. If you enjoyed what you heard, please spread the word. We're at patreon.com/watchreviewrepeat. You can get early access to all of our regular episodes, timed exclusive access to any bonus episodes that we work on. Obviously, we've done a handful so far this year. We had initial conversations about what we might do as our probably last bonus episode before the Odyssey, tied into Greek mythology, but we didn't lock anything in just yet. So TBD on that, but hopefully it will happen in the next couple weeks, maybe. Our website is watchreviewrepeat.com. Go check it out and get links to all of our episodes there, links to all the socials that we're on in the top right corner. We are on Facebook, facebook.com/watchreviewrepeat. We're on Instagram at watchreviewrepeat. We're on Blue Sky, watchreviewrepeat.bsky.social, and we're on YouTube as well. So you can listen to all of our episodes there if you'd prefer. Our intro and outro, skipping over things. If you have any questions, comments, or suggestions, if you've got something to say, send it our way. You want to talk about the movies that we haven't had time to see, as Andrew said, hit us up. watchreviewrepeat@gmail.com. Would very much like to hear some input. Maybe it will, steer us in the right direction of maybe we can't make it to a theater, but maybe when it comes to VOD or streaming, we'll prioritize it. We'll talk about it. Hell, we could, there were a few movies last year where we went back and, did full episodes on it. So we could definitely do that even if we're not catching things right away. And you being the listener could be a very valuable asset in realizing that. So definitely encourage that. Now I will say our intro and outro track is Mechanolith by Kevin MacLeod at Incompetech.com, licensed under the Creative Commons by Attribution 3.0 license. All right, we have arrived at the end. What are we going to do for our next episode? To be determined, I think, is the official line. Disclosure Day's out. Toy Story 5's almost out. Supergirl's almost out. Stuff's happening on TV. Mall's done. Spider No More is out there.
A lot of things.
A lot of things. A lot of things happening. You're traveling soon, so we're also maybe gonna not have a week we're recording. So I really don't know what to tell the listeners other than to say TBD. Stay tuned. We will figure it out. We can't cover everything. We've said that already, but we're gonna make an executive decision and we'll have something. If nothing else, we'll have the Odyssey in a month, but I think we'll have hopefully a couple things before then. We just don't know what yet.
That's it. We'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out. But that's all we can tell you right now. And that's all we can say for this episode. Why don't you let our listeners go, Mr. Meadows?
Take care now. Bye-bye then.
Later's on the Menche.